let it rain. Let me talk to, come on. Shawty had them apple bottom jeans with the fur. The whole club was looking at her. She hit the floor. Next thing you know, Shawty got low. Them baggy sweatpants and the Reeboks with the straps. She turned around and gave that big booty a slap. She hit the floor. Next thing you know, Shawty got low. I ain't never seen nothing that'll make me go this crazy. I'm like spinning my dough. Had $1 million vibe in the body to go. Them birthday cakes, they stole the show. So sexual, she was flexible, professional, drinking Xano. Hold up, wait a minute, do I see what I think I will? Man, the thing I seen, sure to get low. Ain't the same when it's up that close. Make it rain, I'm making it snow. Work the pole, I got the bang roll. I'ma say that I prefer them no clothes. I'm into that, I love women exposed. She threw it back at me, I gave her more. Cash ain't a problem, I know where it goes. She had them apple bottom jeans with the fur. The whole club was looking at her. She hit the floor. Next thing you know, Shawty got low. Them baggy sweatpants and the Reeboks with the straps. She turned around and gave that big booty a slap. She hit the floor. Next thing you know, Shawty got low. Hey, Shawty, what I gotta do to get you home? My jeans full of guap and they ready for shows. Got a Lex made box for the sexy grown. Put Patron on the rocks that'll make you moan. 1 step, come on. 2 steps, come on. 3 steps, come on. Now let me bring up what you think I'm playing. Baby girl, I'm the man. I did a rubber band. That's when I told her legs on my shoulder. I knew it was over. That Henny and Cola got me like a soldier. She ready for Rover. I couldn't control her. So lucky on me, I was just like a clover. Shorty was hot like a toaster. Sorry, but I had to fold her like a pornography poster. She showed her apple bottom jeans with the fur. The whole club was looking at her. She hit the floor. Next thing you know, Shawty got low. Them baggy sweatpants and the Reeboks with the straps. Turn around and gave that big booty a slap. She hit the floor. Next thing you know, Shawty got low. Shawty, yeah, she was worth the money. Mama took my cash, and I ain't want it back. And the way she bent that bag, out of them paper stacks, tattoo above a crack. I had to handle that. I was on it, sexy woman, kept me showing and made me want it. 2 in the morning, I'm zoning, them rose bottles foaming. She wouldn't stop, made it drop. Shorty did that poppin' lock, had to break her off that quad. Yeah, I was fine just like my Glide. Apple bottom jeans with the fur. The whole club was looking at her. She hit the floor. Next thing you know, Shawty got low. Them baggy sweatpants and the Reeboks with the straps. Turn around and gave that big booty a slap. She hit the floor. Next thing you know, Shawty got low.
Hello. Welcome to the stream, everyone. First stream in a while. Is everything alright? Can people hear me well? Just want to know. Just putting out a announcement on the RC Discord. I already tweeted out what my fucking stream is gonna be. We are gonna be live reacting to the first first Republican national debate in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Let's see who is here. I saw Luna Lizzie is here. Let's see. Oh, I'm quiet. Let's turn this up. Oh, yeah, I know why I'm quiet. There we go. Alright, welcome to the stream, Pillsbury Gliz, Alternative Account, Mr. Glogman, Connor Schween, Dr. Terminator, Toastify, Chris the Knock, Mike the Bike, Yellow 56 Swagger, 8030, your boy, Eat Not No, Call Me Red and Red Twister. So today is obviously the fucking debate. They're gonna be restreaming it on Rumble, so that is where we're gonna be watching it. Shout out Rumble TV. before we do the stream, I have a couple things to just announce right now. Um, First of all, I'm probably going to do some stream. I'm probably gonna do more streams now. Um, I've been inspired by people that instead of begging people to make content, I should be the one making content. So that's what I'm going to do. Second order of business. I am, I think right now, 9 followers away from 3,000. Yes, 2,991. I am 9 followers away from 3,000 on my Twitter account at Blue Squid Comms. If you would like to follow me at Blue Squid Comms on Twitter, the link is in the description. Also, there's a Streamlabs link in the description if you want to donate to me. You don't have to, but it would be greatly appreciated. Just note that if you do donate to me, it will not appear on my screen. It will not appear on the stream. I will have to check back maybe either during the debate if there's a cooldown time or after the debate, and I will read all the donations. But right now, there is a giant elephant in the room. Trump's not going to be here. Trump has skipped this debate. He's opting instead of doing this debate, which I think is cowardly. He instead went and did an interview with Tucker Carlson. It's going to premiere at 8:55, so around 5 minutes before the stream, the fucking Republican not primary, the Republican debate is starting. So yeah, I mean, if the stream is good, if I have a like a small or medium concurrent amount of people, and for some reason you guys want it, I am open to the fact that after the presidential debate, and after me and whoever else wants to be on the stream and talks about it, we could watch the Tucker Carlson Trump interview. So right now, so as you can see, right here, I'm using Wikipedia because I don't really have anything else. The people that are not going to be on, sorry to all the Binkley, Elder, Hurd, Johnson, Suez fans. You guys, all fucking 0 of you in the chat, I'm sorry you're not going to be here. But for the people that are going to be here is former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie, current Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, former Vice President of the United States Mike Pence, businessman Vivek Ramaswamy, I like saying that, woman Anna Hutchinson, wait, no, that's a man, woman Nikki Haley, incel Tim Scott. I'm not sure if Tim Scott's actually an incel, but seeing his goofy ass fucking face, I think he kind of is. Hold on, let me just show you. Yeah, look at that. Look at his face. He looks like a beaver, dude. He got that jumping power of a fucking beaver or something like that. Why does he look like that? Why does he smile like that? Why is his gum visible on his upper lip, but we can't see anything at the bottom? It's weird. It's weird. I do not like his appearance. I do not like it. It creeps me out. And then there's also my favorite person out of everyone here, Doug Burgum. He was the governor of North Dakota, you know, everyone's favorite state. He's beloved, he's popular. We all love. This is a Doug Burgum household, okay? This is a Doug Burgum household. I did see that I was someone donated. Michael, thank you for the $3. But what happened to your kick stream? I stopped doing kick streams because I just didn't. Uh, it was basically because I tried streaming Roblox and I tried to stream games on there, and my computer just did not work for some reason. So I just gave up, and the just me wanting to do a live stream just kind of puffed up in smoke. Didn't really have the urge to do it anymore. But now, hopefully, this might get me back into a groove. Um, Thanks for teaching me American politics. No problem, Luna. So, there is one other thing that I do want to mention. Apparently, DeSantis is, uh, DeSantis is probably going to be the most popular person here because since Trump's not here, DeSantis is the closest person to Trump, even though it's not even that close. Trump's polling like 50%, 60%, and DeSantis can't even crack 20%. So Trump has this in the bag, but it was revealed by like the New York Times and whatever that it was revealed that there is it was leaked. DeSantis's strategy of winning this debate. How he's going to win, his goals are going to be attack President Biden and the media, hammer Vivek Ramaswamy with fake Vivek suggested as a nickname, which I gotta be honest, Trump's beating you into the ground with the fake nicknames, dude. You can't call someone fake Vivek. That's not catchy. That's not catchy at all. Trump said that you were Ron DeSanctimonious. That's catchy. I have no idea what sanctimonious means, but it's funny because that's your name and you're stupid. So, whatever. Shares his own positive vision in air quotes and defend former President Trump. Most of the people here in the Republican primary are going to probably defend President Trump, even though they're all running against him. Most of them are going to dick suck him. That's just the truth. I know Chris Christie isn't. Chris Christie is probably going to be based tonight. Vivek, hopefully, is based. I also see him probably winning this debate, maybe. I know DeSantis is either going to have a great night or he's going to falter hard and his fucking whole thing is going to crash and burn. It all decides tonight. Or maybe nothing and I'm just fucking boring or whatever. Or this whole thing is boring. So, who knows? Who fucking knows? Let's see. I'm going to contact a few people right now just to see if they want to join me on stream. Join. We are 15 minutes away from the thing. I know that I already asked Chris this in DMs, but Chris the Nog, you wanna watch you wanna watch it with me? That sounds absolutely gay, but yeah, whatever. Are you gonna watch the Dem debates too? The Dem debates aren't gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. Joe Biden is scared to debate, and why would he debate a conspiracy theorist and a fortune teller? Oh, and also Joe Exotic. Everyone would want to see Joe Biden debate Joe Exotic, but sadly it's not going to happen. So, Chris told me that he is getting a butt fucked by a guy several times his size, so he cannot join tonight. Sadly, Chris's asshole is going to be resized 3 times today. So it's sad, but we already hopefully got someone else coming. Augie said he might join tonight, but probably not. Right now, though, we're just waiting for the GOP to go live. Hey, you know, Chris, why are you getting mad at me? Why are you calling me a fag if you're the one who's getting his asshole resized by an older black guy? That's not me. That's you telling me, dude. Come on now. But I think Augie is too busy butt fucking Connor to join in. Yeah, so true. Augie and Connor have a fucking gay ass relationship going on, and I do not like it. I do not like it one bit. Let's see. There's probably something else happening, hopefully, maybe. Maybe I should have fucking did this at 8:30. Wait, not 8:45, so there would probably be time, but like you wish you were. Yeah, I do. No, I don't. No, I don't. But dude, this whole thing is sketchy, dude. I'm not confident at all. I'm stumbling over my words, being stupid. Being kind of gay right now. Do you think Biden is going to lose? If the Republicans don't get their shit together and fuck over Donald Trump in some way, which I don't really see that happening, and if the Democrats elect Joe Biden and not someone like RFK Jr. or Marianne Williamson, then yeah, most definitely Donald Trump is going to win 2024. Thank you, Chris. Smoke some Zaza and you'll be fine. Well, dumbass, I do not have any Zaza on me. So, and also I'm scared of doing drugs because people have already compared me to being on drugs, so I'm scared of what drugs will do to me when I'm already on drugs, if that makes any sense. Probably doesn't, but I'll probably explain that better one day. Let's see. Who the fuck is trying to friend me on Discord? No, Colton. Colton, I'm just going to be straight up with you. I am not adding you to this call. I'm not going to add you to the stream. We're still friends. We're still cool. I just do not want to talk to you about politics. That's just me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't want to be a dick, but I also don't want to, I don't want to do that. So, Smago, I just got a DM. Apparently, Nick Francis wants to debate you right now. Hottie ha ha. I would be open to debating Ali Jamal again, but I know Ali Jamal got his ass he got his ass fucking resized by Ralph harder than fucking Chris got by the black man. That's gonna happen momentarily. So, oh no, it's just a weird thing. Please do not roll a blunt. I will not. I will also not eat out of a jar of mayonnaise. If you're expecting this retard to scoop out a jar of mayonnaise and put it in my mouth like it's marshmallow fluff, then I'm sorry, but you have the wrong stream. You have the wrong stream. Here it is. Is this? Yes, it is. 8 minutes until the debate starts. Let's see, if you on. I really hope it's not just me, entertaining the stream, because it's gonna be very hard on my part, and also that I probably know that it's probably gonna be like the Hassan reaction like image, but there's no image because I don't have face cam on. So if you expect that out of me, I'm sorry. That's just how I do things. I like reacting to content, but I also need someone to bounce off on to react to the content. That's just me though. But right now, yeah, oh yeah, by the way, I should fucking, add this mod. There we go. Alright, I already ping like, fucking Augie server. I don't want to ping Tom with, shit. Maybe, I don't really have anything else. Hey, Squatchum. Uh, don't worry, you're fine. You are quite on time, actually. A few minutes early, 7 minutes early. But, yeah, for right now, ping the Tom server. Fuck Tom, he fired you. Yeah, as much as I want to do that, I don't want to get fucking banned from Tom stream, so I'm gonna be the cuck and just not do it. Hi Stacy. Hi Stacy Sparkle. Welcome to the stream. Also welcome to the stream Toki. Yeah. Just waiting for a reply that's never gonna come out for some reason. Massive. You know what? I might do a stream on fucking Nintendo Prime. That channel has been fucking pissing me off lately, but who knows? Tyrone, welcome to the stream, Tyrone. Cocaine makes you numb if you're autistic. Me and Boblax agree. Shit. Let me join the call and entertain the stream. I do not know you, Connor. I'm sorry. And also you have a leafy ass profile pic, so that makes me already fucking scared of you. So I'm not gonna do that. Where's your live translator? They're not online yet. I'm trying to invite them right now, but they're just not responding to my DMs. I'm getting fucked. A gassy. What? Gassy. What? What the fuck is gassy about that? What have I been doing that's gassy? That's. Oh, yeah. I don't know how to fucking respond to that. I don't know why I read that at all. Do you have a live captions option? A lot for my voice. Yeah, fuck. Dude, I'm so fucking okay, I gotta fucking just yeah, I'm having multiple strokes right now. That's what I'm gonna chalk it up to. I'm just having multiple strokes right now. Yeah, I know I fucking need a captions. Hardy ha ha. Yeah, not gonna happen. If you want to fucking go somewhere else, then just go somewhere else. But Smago wanted an entertaining stream. He'll bring me on before the debate starts. Yeah, Colton. I brought you on one time, and the fucking Great White Shark stream of 2021. Yeah, that was just fucking terrible. I'm sorry. That was just bad for me. Are you the mod for the GOP channel? I am not. I haven't fucking asked them yet. I am going to fucking apply to be Boblax's researcher. That's Probably not gonna happen, but maybe it might happen. I'm not sure. But yeah, we are less than 4 minutes away from the debate happening right now. Is the okay? So this stream is Spondau stream sucks. This is way better. Thanks, Nigwood Tentacles. And I didn't say the N-word. So welcome to the stream, Eva. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go indeed. I'm in my element ruining other people's streams. True, but not anymore. Not today. Not gonna happen today. Let's see if DJ wants to join. God, I can't believe it's already been 4 years for the next election. It's crazy. I don't wanna fucking bot my stream with random Techie Tom followers who wanna watch Tom and instead get a lispy fuck. That's gonna be no bueno for me. Also, hopefully the Republican Party does not get mad at me re-uploading this stream on my YouTube channel. Hopefully they don't. Hopefully I don't get fucking terminated tonight. That would be bad. If for some reason I didn't read, like, I couldn't restream this and I just get fucking owned, that would be very, very, very bad. But we'll see. I do know that, let me see, the Tucker Carlson right now, thing should be up right now. If I'm not mistaken, yes it is. It's 46 minutes long. So that probably means that I'll probably watch it tonight if there's interest from you guys. We'll watch the stream. Oh no, when I go into another tab, for some reason the stream gets like blocked or whatever, or quote unquote goes down, so that's probably the reason why. It's just me being, I'm just trying to check other stuff and it's being kind of gay right now. So, I could probably change that maybe. I'll do it later. Well, looks like it's gonna be a solo stream for me because the person that I was originally gonna do this with, Alex Skekmo, who said he was going to be here, is not here. I hate Alex Skekmo. Can we get an L Alex Skekmo in chat? L Alex Skekmo. Alright. Should be here. Let me see if I can increase. Okay, that. Oh shit! There's no walk off. And also, why the fuck were the drones there? That's kind of dangerous. The fucking Republican Party. Come on now. Wait, was that Trump? Hold on. Yeah, I can go back. Hold on.
For the 2024 presidential hopefuls, the Midwest is the place to land.
No, that wasn't Trump. That was some fucking random dumb fuck. Yep, hiding him from the fucking chat.
For the first time since Ronald Reagan. But it was back to blue by 2020. That election came during an unprecedented year. The country was rife with tension.
Yo! obligatory fucking George Floyd appearance. Let's go.
Just the beginning. 2 years later, the U.S. Supreme Court struck down Roe versus Wade, leaving the legality of abortion up to the states. In Wisconsin, that meant a nearly total ban. The power of that issue drove Democrats to the polls this year. Now, that new thin liberal majority on the court could have that abortion issue before it again, just as the race for the White House accelerates.
Yep, and almost none of them are probably gonna win. There's like 2, maybe 3 people in this debate that have a chance. And it's not the fucking vice president. How fucking sad is that? The vice president of the United States will probably never get elected back into the White House unless he somehow kowtows to Donald Trump. So, is the audio okay? Is everything okay right now? Hopefully it is. Let me just check. I'll raise the desktop audio a bit.
They are here to lay out their vision for America, as they battle for the GOP nomination. Good evening, everybody. I'm Martha McCallum.
And I'm Brett Baer. This is the very same stage on which the Republican choice for president will accept.
Bro, look at that woman. She looks like an alien. And the guy looks like a chimp. What is this?
With the highest polling candidates in
This
the middle,
the guy and the girl. I'm sorry, but based off looks alone, I do not like that. Boo!
Next, entrepreneur Vivek Ramaswamy.
Sure, yay!
Former Vice President Mike Pence.
Boo!
Governor Nikki Haley.
Boo!
Former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie.
Yeah!
Senator Tim Scott.
Boo!
Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson.
Boo! I thought you were a girl.
Doug Burgum.
You look like an alien. Boo! All these people, besides Vivek and Chris Christie, suck, but I'm not going to vote for any of them. I'm just here for the laughs.
You get 30 seconds to respond, and when the time runs out, we all will hear this. Very pleasant.
So tonight, these candidates have a big opportunity.
They look AI generated. They do. They unironically look like AI generated people. Some of them do. Like Doug Bellingham, the fucking North Dakota governor. He looks like a fucking.
Things are looking up.
Who are we dick riding in this debate? We are dick riding Vivek, and we are dick riding who the fuck is that person? Why the fuck was there a guy that just, fucking woman that just walked in? What the fuck was that?
More than 65% of Americans.
Hold on, I gotta fucking rewind a little bit. Sorry, guys.
Totally complimentary way at the time. But guess what? It's working.
But is it? More than 65% of Americans say the country is headed in the wrong direction. And
it
here's
is.
the reality for some voters we talked to here in Wisconsin this week.
We have noticed a dramatic increase in prices at the grocery
Wait,
store.
I thought this was a debate, not like a fucking town hall.
Food is high. A lot of people's out here homeless because they can't buy food.
It's tough when you got mortgage rates at 7-8% versus 2 to 3. It's just you can't afford the house anymore.
Inflation is ridiculous. It's killing us out here.
Turn up the debate.
As we sit here tonight, the #1 song on the Billboard chart is called Rich Men North of Richmond. It is by a singer from Farmville, Virginia, named Oliver Anthony. His lyrics speak of alienation,
#1? That's
of deep frustration,
that's
with
honestly
the state
surprising,
of government
honestly. That
and of this country. Washington, D.C. is about 100 miles north of Richmond.
What is this? I thought we were gonna get a debate. It's a Republican debate. It's not a fucking. Oh hey, let's all watch a fucking video about some guy singing about pedophiles. No, I want to see these guys debate. Where's the fucking debate, Fox? Come on, where's the debate, Fox? Where is the debate?
So, Governor DeSantis,
You know what?
why is
Maybe
this
Trump
song
was right to skip this.
striking
Holy
such a
shit!
nerve in
It's,
this
it
country
hasn't
right
even.
now?
It's only
What do
been
you
5
think
minutes,
it
6
means?
minutes, and it's already
Our
a fucking
country is
disaster.
in decline. This decline is not inevitable. It's a choice. We need to send Joe Biden back to his basement and reverse American decline. And it starts with understanding we must reverse Bidenomics so that middle-class families have a chance to succeed again. We cannot
Bidenomics.
succeed as a country if you are working hard and you can't afford groceries, a car, or a new home, while Hunter Biden can make hundreds of thousands of dollars on lousy paintings. That is wrong.
Whoa.
We also
Fuck
cannot
Hunter
succeed
Biden.
when the Congress spends trillions and trillions of dollars. Those rich men north of Richmond have put us in this situation. And finally, we need to lower
Including
your gas
you
prices.
on
We're gonna open
DeSantis.
up all energy production. We will be energy dominant again in this country. I showed it could be done in the
Oh,
state of
energy
Florida.
dependent means
I pledge
coal
to you
miners.
as your
Okay,
president,
dude.
we will get the job done, and I will not let you down.
All right, Governor DeSantis, thank you. Governor Christie, do you agree with Governor DeSantis just said there? And why would you be better on the economy than him?
Well, look, I do agree predominantly with what Governor DeSantis just laid out. I think that if you asked every one of us up here, that we would agree predominantly with what he just laid out. Here's the difference. The difference is that we're going to have
It's
to
not a
work
Zodiac
and make
killer,
sure
sorry.
that we sell these ideas. And be able to put ourselves in a position where we get a majority of the vote, not only by winning the Congress and the Senate in 24, but also by having someone who's had the experience of doing it. Now, I was elected as a conservative Republican in a blue state with 61% of the vote, with a Democratic legislature against me the entire time. And we still, through hard, strong decision-making, brought them around to our point of view. We cut taxes in New Jersey. We cut debt in New Jersey. We made sure that each and every time we were confronted with bad Democratic ideas, we stood and stopped them. And when there were good ideas, we brought people together to make progress going forward. Truth and accountability are the things we need to do to fight waste. And I'd say the last thing is this, Brett. We cannot sit by any longer and allow the kind of spending that's going on in Washington, because every dollar they spend is a dollar that these people are not allowed to spend on their children and their grandchildren. It's robbing our country, and it's wrong.
Well, Governor, let me just follow up very quickly. New Jersey, when you were governor, had the second lowest credit rating in the nation after Illinois, and it was downgraded 11 times.
Yep. Yeah, and that's what happens when you inherit a blue state that has done that. But when you look at what we did on debt, Brett, in that state, we cut debt in that state, debt that had been left to us by 3 Democratic gubernatorial predecessors of mine who ran up that debt tremendously. And what you also saw us do was to cut the unemployment rate in half. It was over 10% when I became governor in 2010. What we also did was cut pension payments to public employees to make sure that taxpayers were not being soaked by a public employee union system that was killing the taxpayer.
Thank you, Governor.
Lucas, if you wanna go and watch this, just go on Rumble and watch it.
Welfare programs. As a senator, now President Biden argued for freezing federal spending. This was back in the 80s, and dealing with sacred cows. He does not talk
your
about
job
that
being
anymore.
the autistic monkey at the
You have been a
local zoo.
senator, though, for
Where's
10
the
years. So
multi-stream
what have you
setup?
done to rein
You
in
monkey.
the increasing size of
Long
government?
face.
Well, thank you for the question.
I'm
Over
so
the last
I
several years,
can't.
I've had an opportunity to vote against spending package after spending package after spending package. What we also need to understand is that Joe Biden's Bidenomics has led to the loss of $10,000 of spending power.
I'm
for the
surprised
average
nobody
family.
has said
When you see
wokeness.
16% inflation,
I thought
your
wokeness
gas
was
is
like
up
a
40%,
big part of like all of their
your food
campaigns.
is up
Where's
20%, your
wokeness?
electricity is up
Where
20%.
is the woke?
We can stop that by turning the spigot off in Washington, sending the money back to the states, and allowing the decisions to be made at their own
Hey
houses.
Lucas, I just want to say
I
Tim
helped
Scott
write the Tax
sucks.
Cuts and Jobs Act
Ass.
in 2017. We cut
Fuck Tim
taxes
Scott.
for a single mom like the one that raised me by 70%, for dual households by 60%, returning to the average family $4,000. If you don't send it to Washington, we can't spend it. That's good news for the American people.
Okay, but just to follow up, you did, during the Trump administration, you approved 4.4 trillion, 4.1 trillion, 1.7 trillion over the course of that administration. That's a lot of money.
There's no doubt that during the Trump administration, when we were dealing with the COVID virus, we spent more money. But here's what happened at the end of our time in the majority. We had low unemployment, record low unemployment, 3.5% for the majority of the population, 70-year low for women. African Americans, Hispanics, and Asians had an all-time low, but our inflation was at 2%. Under Joe Biden, we've seen the exact opposite.
Wow.
We've seen
2%?
Inflation explode, which led to 12 Federal Reserve increases that's devastating home buyers today.
Mr. Ramaswamy.
Wait, you said it was doubled, but how was it 2%?
So I don't know if I get a chance to respond.
He didn't mention you specifically, but we'll be with you in a second, Mr. Vice President.
Yeah, come on, Mike Pence, keep up, you dumb baboon. Come on,
why should voters
keep up, buddy.
choose you over more experienced politicians on this stage? You're basically, a blank slate for people. You're 38 years old. You've said that you only voted in 2 presidential elections before this moment, this political race.
So first, let me just address a question that is on everybody's mind at home tonight. Who the heck is this skinny guy with a funny last name, and what the heck is he doing in the middle of this debate stage?
Ramaswamy.
I'll tell you, I'm
Sounds
not
like a Rick
politician,
and
Brett.
Morty
You're right
name.
about that. I'm an entrepreneur. My parents came to this country with no money 40 years ago. I have gone on to
Vivek is
found
like the Andrew
multi-billion-dollar
Yang
companies.
of today.
I did it while marrying my wife, a poor
It's
girl,
80,000.
raising our 2
Shut up.
sons,
Shut up.
following our faith in God. That is the American dream. And I am genuinely worried that that American dream will not exist for our 2 sons and their generation unless we do something about it. And I do think Brett is going to take an outsider, because for a long time we have professional politicians in the Republican Party who have been running from something. Now is our moment to start running to something, to our vision of what it means to be an American today. If you have a broken car, you don't turn over the keys to the people who broke it again. You hand it over to a new generation to actually fix the problem. That's why I'm in this race,
Or
and we're
you
just getting warmed up.
hand it to a dump and they fucking crush it, your car, and you buy a new one.
Positioned to turn around this economy that we've heard all of these voters talking about tonight than Mr. Ramaswamy, who is a successful entrepreneur nationally right now. He's beating you in the polls.
Well, I don't care about polls. What I care about the fact is that no one is telling the American people the truth. The truth is that Biden didn't do this to us. Our Republicans did this to us, too. When they passed that $2.2 trillion COVID stimulus bill, they left us with 90 million people on Medicaid, 42 million people on food stamps. No one has told you how to fix it. I'll tell you how to fix it.
People do like 80-30.
They need to stop the borrowing. They need to eliminate the earmarks that the Republicans brought back in. And they need to make sure they understand these are taxpayer dollars. It's not their dollars. And while they're all saying this, you have Ron DeSantis, you've got Tim Scott.
Also, I'm sorry that I'm talking over the woman. I just don't care about her or her opinions or what she has to say about the political thing, because I know she's at 3% and she is not going to win this, so
Republicans asked for $7.4 billion in earmarks. Democrats asked for $2.8 billion. So you tell me who are the big spenders. I think it's time for an accountant in the White House.
Vice President Pence, you were mentioned there. 54% of voters say the cost of groceries is a, quote, major problem for them.
Right.
You blamed the Biden administration spending for that increase. But as vice president, your administration spent more than any prior, $7.8 trillion added to the national debt, $3.5 trillion of that before COVID. So does that mean that you're part of the spending problem?
Well, first off, thanks for the question. Thanks for letting me respond to a reference to our administration's record. I'm incredibly proud of the record of the Trump Pence administration.
You sound like a beta.
I mean, in 4 short years, we rebuild our military.
Dude, you look like a goblin. You got those goblin fucking ears. Why are the ears so
expanded? Conservatives to the Supreme Court that gave the American people a new
I'm not trying
for the right to life.
He has done more shit than I will ever do in my life, but why does he have those fucking elongated goblin ears? Come on now.
And I must tell you, with all due
he
respect,
looks like a troll. He actually looks like a troll. That's not me being. That's not me trying to make fun of him. That's me describing what he looks like. He looks like a troll.
In this race, I was a leader in the Congress of the United States. I led Indiana where we balanced budgets and had a AAA bond rating when I was governor. And as Vice President of the United States, we spent funding to backfill on the military cuts of the Obama administration, and then we were there in the worst pandemic in 100 years. All that being said, I was the first person in this race to say that we've got to deal with the long-term national debt issues. You got people on this stage that won't even talk about issues like Social Security and Medicare.
Wow, dude, you're really cool.
Said, a president can't do everything.
I'm gonna eat fucking
Well, I got news for you,
Domino's.
I've been in the hallway. I've been in the West Wing. A president of the United States
or whatever
has
the fuck
to confront every crisis facing America. I will put our nation back on the path to growth and prosperity and restore fiscal responsibility.
Dude, that was like 30 seconds over the limit. You gotta shut the fuck up.
And when I was vice president.
But, I mean,
hold on. You were named earlier. I'm going to get Vivek first.
We'll get to both of
you. This isn't that complicated, guys. Unlock American energy, drill, frack, burn coal, embrace nuclear. Put people back to work by no longer paying them more to stay at home. Reform the U.S. Fed, stabilize the U.S. dollar, and go to war.
I agree with all those. Nuclear energy, but not fracking or coaling or whatever the fuck.
That is the source of those toxic regulations acting like a wet blanket on the economy. So
but
I'm not sure I exactly understood Mike Pence's
he said coal better, yes.
That out. For me, it's pretty simple. That's something a U.S. president can do with focus, and I'll deliver on it.
Well, let me explain it to you. Vivek, if I can. I'll go slower this time.
I sometimes struggle with the reading comprehension.
Look, I was a House conservative leader before it was cool. I actually pushed a Deficit Reduction Act. That was the last time we actually reduced the national debt in the United States when I was the leader of House conservatives. I balanced budgets and cut taxes when I was governor. I mean, look, Joe Biden has weakened this country at home and abroad. Now is not the time for on-the-job training. We don't need to bring in a rookie. We don't need to bring in people without experience. We need to bring
It's 30 seconds when you have a rebuttal, okay? And you are up, Governor DeSantis.
So here's the thing. Why are we in this mess? Part of it, and a major reason, is because how this federal government handled COVID-19 by locking down this economy.
True, and guess what? Who did that? Guess who did that? It was Trump. It was fucking Trump. Shut up. Shut up.
And I can tell you this, as your president, I will never let the deep state bureaucrats lock you down. You don't take somebody like Fauci and coddle him.
Deep state bureaucrats, bro, shut up.
You sit him down and you say, Anthony, you are fired.
Anthony, you are fired like Trump. Haha, get it?
I just want to finish responding to Mike. I just want to respond to Mike for 1 second because he invoked me back. Listen, now that everybody's gotten their memorized, pre-prepared slogans out of the way, we can actually have a real discussion now. The reality and the fact of the matter
Let's go!
Not really, Mike, actually. We're just going to have some fun tonight. And the reality is, you have a bunch of people, professional politicians, super PAC puppets, following slogans handed over to them by their 400-page super PACs last week. The real choice we face in this primary is this. Do you want a super PAC puppet, or do you want a patriot who speaks the truth? Do you want incremental reform, which is what you're hearing about, or do you want revolution?
Okay.
And I stand on the side of the American Revolution.
We're going to take control back here.
We need everyone to have a moment on the economy.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
Can I address the COVID
there are two
issue
people
that
who
the
have
governor
not.
brought up?
We're going to get back to that. We are. There are two people who we have not heard from yet. So let's hear from Governor Burgum and then from Governor Hutchinson on the economy, sir.
Well, great. Thank you, Martha. And
yeah, shut the fuck up, Mike Pence. Now we got to hear from the tranny
on the stage with all these folks.
or trans person or whatever. I feel like. Oh, no, we're hearing from the governor. Hold on, not Anna. I thought we were talking to Anna.
But I do want to say on this, we're missing something. We can't just talk about the Biden economy because the economy, energy, and national security are all tied together. Of course, we're paying too much for our energy in our state in our country right now. But part of the reason why is
Holy
because the Biden
shit,
policies
he
on
is
energy.
so
We've got a plan right now, the $1.2 trillion of Green New Deal spending buried in the Inflation Creation Act is something that is just subsidizing
That's
China.
Joaquin
If we're going to
Phoenix.
stop buying oil from the Middle East
Bro,
and
he
start
looks
buying
like
batteries from China,
he
we're
looks
just
like
trading
King
OPEC for Sinopec.
Cooper
And
from
then
the
belatedly,
fucking live-action Super Mario Brothers movie.
the Biden administration says, no, we're going to put sanctions on Russian
Looks
oil.
like
Well, we put sanctions on
1990s
Russian
Donald
oil, well, then it's 20% off. Who's buying it? China. So if you buy a battery in this country, you buy a solar panel, it's being produced
Yo,
in
Joe
in
Biden's
a
left
plant in China,
Tesco.
powered by
Welcome
coal,
to the
or it's being
stream.
powered by
Who
oil
the
and
fuck
gas
is
at
this
20%
guy?
off. And every
Looks
farmer
like
in this
Joe
country would
Biden.
like to
He
buy
does
diesel
look
at
like Joe
20%
Biden.
off, just like they're buying it in China.
Governor Hutchinson, quickly.
Thank you, Grant. Delighted to be here tonight. And let me just tell you that I'm a pro-life governor from a conservative state that have a conservative record in which I lowered taxes in Arkansas as governor. I created a $2 billion
Dude, you look like a
surplus that I passed
slimy
over to
weasel.
my
You look like an
successor,
otter.
and
Come on now.
I made sure
He has
that
that
we shrunk
otter
the
face,
size
you
of
know?
government.
You
have
see that? Also,
14%
why is your
fewer
name
state
Anna?
employees
Anna
in
Hutchinson.
Arkansas
That sounds
after
like
I
a
left
girl.
government than when I
You
took
sound
over as
female.
governor
How
8
can
years
you be
ago.
pro-life
I
and
tell
have
that
a
because
female name?
that's what we need
That
in
makes
Washington,
no
D.C.
sense. Come on.
We need
Come on
somebody
now.
who can actually constrain the growth of the
He's
federal
built
government,
for BBC.
that can actually reduce the size, and I've pledged to reduce by 10% our federal non-defense workforce. That's a specific pledge to make that attacks the administrative state. And let me applaud some of the business partners that are here that have had success in business. But let me tell you, I've been a federal prosecutor. I've served our country in terms of being head of the DEA, in Homeland Security, in times of crisis. And while I think that that's experience that is important for the future of our country, to be the President of the United States that can lead with positive solutions and be held accountable.
Thank you. We have a lot of topics to get to, and I promise we're going to get to everyone if we play within the rules. Okay, next topic. More than 1,000 people are still unaccounted for in Maui after the deadliest U.S. wildfire in more than a century. Hawaii's governor and White House officials said that climate change amplified the cost of human error.
And a tropical storm hit California for the first time in 84 years.
True.
The ocean hit
I mean,
101 degrees off the coast of Florida.
it amplified
and in
it,
the last
but
month, the heat wave
it also
in the
seems like it was an
broke
electrical
records
fire.
Nearly 50
So,
years old.
So Alexander
I don't know what
Diaz
the
from
fucking
Young
Democrats
America's
are fucking
Foundation
talking
has a
about
question
there.
for you.
Unless it was cherry picked.
Polls consistently show that young people's #1 issue is
Yo,
climate
who the
change.
fuck is
How
this
will you,
Ben
as both
Shapiro
President of the United
motherfucker?
States and leader of the Republican
This is
Party,
literally Ben
calm their
Shapiro.
fears that the Republican Party doesn't care about
Young
climate
Ben
change?
Shapiro from
So we want to
America
start on this
First.
with a show of hands. Do you
Oh my-
believe
alright.
in
We're
human
gonna fucking
behavior is causing
steamroll for a second. I'm
climate
calling
change? Raise your
Alex
hand if you do.
Gekmo.
Look, we're not school children. Let's have the debate. I mean, I'm happy to take it to start. Alexander?
So do you want to raise your hand or not?
Alex?
Michael, time.
It
The
is.
dynamic duo.
It's been time 24 minutes ago, dude.
Listen, all good things take time,
Can
Michael.
you stop being gay and just get in?
He was asked about it. He
I
said
am.
no comment. Are you kidding me?
Why are you watching on
As
Rumble?
somebody who handled disasters in Florida, you got to be activated. You've got to be there. You've got to be present. You got to be
Dude, I hate Meatball Ron, dude.
And here's the deal.
Same.
Is that a yes? Or is that a yes? Is that a hand raise?
Who's winning?
Not fucking Ron. It's 80-30. This guy.
No, I hate this guy more.
What do you mean?
He's a loser.
Wait, what?
You stand by that?
No, you know what? No, I don't fucking stay. He's gay. What do you mean it's a hoax? Are you stupid?
People are dying of bad climate change
Not real.
policies than they are of actual climate change.
He's literally 80-30. He's 80-30.
Listen.
No,
Wait, hold on.
I've had enough. I've had enough already tonight
He's had enough.
of a guy who sounds
Who's
like
this?
ChatGPT.
This guy's awesome.
Person in one of these debates, Brett, who stood in the middle of the stage and said,
Said what?
What's a skinny guy with an odd
Smaggle.
last name doing up here was Barack Obama, and I'm afraid we're dealing with the same type of amateur.
Oh,
Dude, Obama was
whoa!
cool, dude.
What do you mean by that? Last skinny
just doesn't
person was
like
Barack
minorities.
Obama, a black person, and now we have an Indian? Chris Christie's kind of racist.
He just doesn't like minorities.
Would you like to respond? Are you
So,
bought and
Brett,
paid
what
for?
I would like to say is the fact that I think
Are you bought and
this is
paid for?
exactly why Margaret Thatcher said, if you want something said, ask a man. If you want
Who's
something
this?
done, ask a woman.
Female. And that's why she's
I can
leading
see it.
3% in the poll, so...
No one's voting for her, dude.
Exactly.
We need a real man like Donald
There's a
Trump.
right way to do it. And the right way to do it is, first of all, yes, is climate change real? Yes, it is. But if you want to go and really change the environment, then we need to start telling China and India that they have to lower their emissions.
True.
That's where our problem
True.
is. And these green subsidies that
We just
Biden
need to
has
nuke
put
them.
in,
But also,
he's done is
like,
help China.
she
Because he
thinks
doesn't
that
understand all
we
these
can,
electric
like,
vehicles that
fucking,
he's done,
we have to tell
what that
China
does,
to stop
half
making
of the
stuff for
batteries
us,
for electric
which will
vehicles are
totally
made
not
in
fucking
China.
just
And
dismantle
so
our
that's
entire
not helping the
economy.
environment.
We have to
You're putting
rebuild the
money in
economy,
China's
Smaggle.
pocket, and
We
Biden
do.
did that. So, first of all, I think we need to
It starts
acknowledge
with
the
getting
Are
rid
truth,
of
you
which
eating
China.
is
something
these
right now?
subsidies are not working.
No,
We also need
I
to
wouldn't
take
do
on
that
the
to you.
international
I had a
world and
fork.
say, okay,
I had a
India,
fork
China,
on a
you've
plate
got to
no,
stop
no, no.
polluting, and that's when we'll
I take
start
this
to
job
do
very
something about
Are
seriously.
you bought and paid for?
Okay, dude.
Are you bought and paid for?
I'm sorry.
Are you bought and paid for?
Absolutely not. I mean, here's what the American people deserve:
Obama?
is a debate about the issues
Stop,
that
dude.
affect their
What's
lives.
he doing here?
Going back
Dude,
and forth, being
I
childish is not helpful to the
I
American
honestly
people
thought he
to
was
decide
Cory
on the
Booker.
next leader of our country.
If you know who he
Wait a second.
is.
And number two, as a kid who grew up in a single-parent household mired in poverty, I wondered, was the American dream real for kids who were devastated by poverty, devastated by the challenges of life? I came to the conclusion that America can do for anyone what she's done for me if we focus on restoring hope, creating opportunities, and protecting America. If we want the environment to be better, and we all do, the best thing to do is to bring our jobs home from China. If we create 10 million new jobs in my
That's
major
my
American
Obama,
plan, we
dude.
will have
True,
a
but
better
this
economy
Obama
and
dick
a better
sucks
environment.
Trump,
Let me tell you why I
so...
say that, Brett.
Even better.
America,
Do it quickly.
Okay,
America
dude.
is cut. I'm a Southern boy. I talk slow. So America, that was quick. America has cut our carbon footprint.
I like this
in
guy.
half in the last
Smago and White
25
love
years.
kissing,
The
watching
places
the
where
debate.
they are continuing
Love
to increase.
MA,
Africa,
Massachusetts
950
queers,
million
just
people.
saying. Thanks,
India,
Sally
over a
gets
billion.
queer.
China, over a billion.
I'm
Why would we
appreciative
put
of
ourselves
that
at a
comment.
disadvantage? Devastating
I
our own
wasn't.
economy. Let's bring our jobs home.
We have a
Yes.
lot of different topics to get to.
Yeah, we do. We thank you all. Thank you, Senator Scott. So coming up next, the candidates will weigh in on what could be a defining issue in the 2024 campaign. The first Republican debate continues moments away.
You know, I'm surprised nobody has, like, stormed the debate ever. Like, nobody from the
That's what
clouds.
Trump's for, dude.
Dude, where's the Bill Clinton kid when you need him?
We've got to be a lot smarter in how we talk about women
Nah.
and how we show them that.
Don't get shot, dude.
We're going to stand up for the unborn in Washington, D.C. And if you cannot do that, you should not be the nominee for the Republican
Who's
Party.
this?
This is a
I have
defining
no
moment.
idea.
Do you trust our government and where
Epstein?
the economy is heading? Does the
It's
thought of
Epstein,
losing your
dude.
hard-earned retirement savings to DC's reckless spending scare the heck
Mute
out
this.
of you? Well, you're not
Smaggle.
alone.
Why?
Smart Americans
Have you
are
been
taking
GOP
action while they
pilled
still
yet?
can by
I have
reaching
not
out
been
to
You,
GOP
Birch
pilled.
you red pilled
For
yet?
over 20 years,
Dude.
No.
Birch Gold has helped concerned
I'm
Americans
voting
dude.
for
protect their
RFK,
futures
dude.
by moving part
No,
of an
you're
existing
not.
IRA
I am.
or 401k into
No.
a physical
It's
gold
either him
IRA.
or I'm not
Because when
voting.
things are a mess, like right now,
Vote for Trump.
Americans turn to
No.
gold. With an A+ rating, with
Trump
a
was
better
horrible
business bureau,
for our
and
nation.
thousands of happy customers.
No, he wasn't.
Birch Gold
Everything
Yes,
was
he
awesome
was.
back
leader in
then.
gold. They're busier
He
than ever.
literally, he
Dude.
was the
People
one
are
who
taking
literally
control
did
of
the
their
COVID
savings
shit.
away from the government and into their own
For
hands.
only like a month.
Text the word
And then he got
now to the
kicked
number
out.
For like a
98
month.
98 98
You mean
to
for
get a
like
free info kit on
9,
gold.
10
There's no
months,
pressure and
dude.
no obligation. Just information.
Smaggle, what would you
So
have
get your
done, huh?
no-cost
You think
info
you're
kit
smarter
now.
than Trump?
Text now to
Yeah, I would probably
What did
not
your boy
get
Biden
everyone
do?
Have you ever wanted elite
inside
access? The
cooped
Living
up.
Legend membership card is
Michael,
your
what did Biden
opportunity.
do, huh?
You'll have access that most
did
won't.
Biden do?
Text 808
Yeah, what did Biden
to
do?
get your
Biden
limited
did the
edition
same
card
exact
today.
thing Trump did.
You're up for debate
Except
season.
both
With
on
a
the
GOP
same
phone
side
singer
of
and
the
a B
coin.
Biden tee,
Nope.
be the envy of
Here's
your
the
watch party.
difference. Trump is
Buy
funny.
both and save big. Don't wait, supplies are
Biden's
limited.
funny.
We all like free
but
stuff,
No, he's
especially
not.
free trips.
No. Here's
Text
the
debate
difference.
to
Trump's
80810
funny
to enter to
where
win 2 free
we can
tickets
laugh
to a
at
future debate.
himself,
Plus, we'll throw in free
but
airfare
also
and
at other
hotel.
people that he's making fun of. With Biden, you can only laugh at him. When he tries to make fun of someone else, which is rare, it comes up very short.
Yeah, you see, Biden's kind of like you, and I'm kind of like Donald Trump, you know?
How are you
What
Donald
are you
Trump?
doing?
What are you talking about?
You are...
Are you
What was that noise?
Are you being gay right now? What are you talking about?
What was wrong with you?
Why are they showing 9/11?
It's important. Dude, where were you on 9/11, Smuggle?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Are you joining the army?
No. No, I'm not.
You should enlist. I think the military.
Rumble has to be a
You'd
place.
be
Wait a
valuable
second.
at.
That
Oh,
was-
dude, Russell
hold on,
Brand,
hold
get
on.
out of here,
Free
dude.
to be who you are.
That was
Where
a
you respect
commercial
another
for
person's freedom
coffee?
in exchange
That
for
wasn't
your
even an
own
army
freedom for being respected.
commercial. It was a
Wait, was that
fucking-
was that Black
it was a
Rifle
coffee
Coffee?
commercial.
We can do this
Was
together
that Black Rifle?
without top-down
Yep.
authority. That we can
You know what's
regulate
funny about that
democratically
company?
our own
What?
community. You can be
Their
you,
owner
I
like
can be
donate.
me,
They're like one of the
without
biggest
judgment,
donors
beyond
to the Democratic
acceptance,
Party.
love and
He's
enthusiasm
big.
for the billions of ways that it's possible to be a human being.
God. It's time to break free. It's time to break
Does
free.
the thought of losing your hard-earned retirement
Why is
savings
Oh, hey, it's
by
Epstein
reckless
again.
spending scare the
Dude,
heck out
he
of
looks
you?
exactly
Smart
like him.
Americans are taking action by
Can I
texting the
skip
word
this at
now
all?
to 989898
Nope,
for a
I
free
cannot.
info kit on gold.
It's a
from
live
Birch
stream,
Gold.
Snaggle.
For
Yeah,
20
but
years,
I
Birch
was
Gold
like
has
a minute
helped
back, so
concerned
I thought I
Americans
could
protect
skip
their
it.
future
Guess not.
by moving part of an
You thought
existing
wrong.
IRA or 401k into a physical gold IRA. Text now to
Dude.
989898
Smaggle, who's
for
your
a free
favorite so
info kit.
far?
Chris Christie.
Who?
Chris Christie.
Not Meatball Ron, dude.
Yeah, not Meatball Ron DeSanctimonious, dude.
He just doesn't have anything on Trump, dude.
Dude, I thought
Oh.
Vivek was. I thought Ramaswamy was gonna be #1, but he's not.
Dude, you were glazing.
Dude, I was
Vivek.
glazing
And then
him.
just
and
30
then he
seconds
fucking-
after, climate change is fake.
You read my fucking words so fucking fast.
Like the one thing you believe.
Up
And in the
abortion.
United States, there are more swing state referendums that
What's
are coming
abortion?
up as we head into the elections as well on this. So, Governor Haley, what do you say to your party and to your state, which today confirmed a 6-week abortion law as well, especially the impact
6
on
week?
women suburban voters across this country?
Thank you, Martha. I am unapologetically pro-life, not because the Republican Party tells me to be, but because my husband was
Cringe.
adopted and I had trouble having both of my children, so I'm
What
surrounded
are
by
you?
blessings.
What are
Having
you?
said that, we
Are you
need
pro-life
to
or
stop
pro-choice?
demonizing this issue.
I'm
This is
pro
talking
killing
about the fact
babies.
that unelected justices didn't need to decide something
Oh, so
this
yeah,
I think it should-
important
well, it
you're
should
on
probably
my
be up
side,
to
dude.
for every woman and man.
Actually, no,
Now it's
I'm
been put in the hands
pro-death.
of the people.
I think
That's
It should be up
right.
to
When
like
it comes
20
to a federal
like
ban,
weeks or
let's
something.
be honest with the American people and say
Anything
it will
after
take
20
60
weeks is,
Senate
you
votes.
know.
It will take a majority of the House.
6 weeks
so
is
in order
crazy.
to do that, let's find consensus. Can't we all agree that we should ban
Hey,
late-term
Luna
abortions?
Lizzie.
Can't we all agree
anytime
that
we
we
see
should
Chad
encourage
King or a Chad
adoptions?
King order
Can't
in the
we
Chad
all
King,
agree
please
that
ban
doctors
them.
and nurses who
I
don't
do
believe in
not want
abortion
Chad
shouldn't
King
have to
in my-
perform them?
in my-
Can't
Why?
we all agree
Chad
that
King's awesome.
contraception should be available? And can't we all
I
agree
just don't
that
want
we are
Chad
not
King.
gonna
I don't
put women
want
in jail or give her the
fucking little
death
Froakie.
penalty if she gets an abortion?
Why
Let's
Little
treat this
Froakie?
like the
Because he owns you?
respectful
Well,
issue that
I
it
already
is and
banned Little
humanize
Froakie
the
like the
situation and
first
stop
stream that I did
demonizing the
on here,
situation.
so.
Why?
Because I don't like Little Froakie.
Governor DeSantis,
Have they talked about
you
guns
signed
yet?
a 6-week
No.
abortion ban in Florida. One of your biggest financial backers said that you need to, quote, shift to get moderates or you will lose. What do you say to him and others who say politically that is a tough thing to sell nationally?
Well, I would say we sold the biggest election landslide victory in the history of the Republican Party in the state of Florida in 2022. That's what I did.
Well, that's a really fucking big mouthful.
Shut up, Meatball
Do
Ron.
what you think is right.
A whole bunch of
I believe in a
nothing.
culture of life. I was proud to sign the Heartbeat Bill.
I'm glad to see this guy's gotten like speech training though. A few months ago, he was like, whew.
In my wife's womb, and then saw the sonograms of
rough.
all 3 of my kids. What the
I think he's losing weight too.
on this issue.
Meatball Ron got to him.
Meatball Ron looks like
abortion all the
Homelander.
way up to the moment of birth. I know a lady in Florida named Penny. She survived multiple abortion
Penny,
attempts.
are you sure
she
that's
was left
not like a
discarded
dog?
in a pan. Fortunately, her grandmother saved
How do you
her, brought her to a
survive
different
abortion?
hospital. We're better than what the Democrats are selling. We are not.
Don't they
gonna
like
allow
cut you
abortion
up and
all the
like
way up till
stop
birth,
vac you
and we will
out?
I don't know.
hold
I'm
them
not a
accountable
fucking
for their
female.
extremism.
But just to be clear, Governor, would
No, the baby, bro.
I don't know. I haven't
Side of
fucking
life.
impregnated
Look, I understand
anyone.
Wisconsin is going to do it.
It sounds like this happened to
I
you.
understand Iowa and New Hampshire are going to do different, but I will
Yeah, my name
support
real life
the
is
cause of
Penny.
life
Okay,
as
dude.
governor and as president.
That's the only one it's happened to.
Hold on,
Pence?
Vice President Pence. You're shaking your head. What?
Well, look, I'm not new
You're
to this
shaking
cause.
your head. Is that really a
After I gave
response?
my life to Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior, I opened up the book and I read.
Dude, this guy's
Before I formed
losing.
you in the womb, I knew you. And see,
He's
I
an
set before you life and death.
fucking
blessings and curses. Now
evangelist or
choose
whatever.
life.
No one
And I knew
who's
from that
under the
moment
age
on,
of
the cause of
40
life had to be my cause.
is voting for this
And I've been a
guy.
champion for life in the Congress.
Dude,
a
he got
champion
those
for life as
goblin
governor
ears. I was
and as vice
saying that
president.
earlier, but he
And to be
got
honest
He
with you, Andy,
does.
you're my friend. But
He's going goblin
this is
mode.
the opposite of leadership.
when he stares straight
When
in
the Supreme
front of
Court
someone,
returned this question
it's
to the
so
American people, they
obvious.
didn't just send it to the states
Dude,
only.
Mike Pence is a
It's not
traitor.
a states
He
only
betrayed
issue.
Donald Trump.
It's a moral issue.
Okay, dude.
And I promise you, as President of the United States,
He should be
the
kicked
American
We
off.
can
people
both
will
agree
have
that
a
he just
champion
sucks
for
as a
life
person
in
Yeah.
and as a
Oval
candidate.
Office.
He's
Can't
awful.
We have a minimum standard in every state in the nation that says when a baby is capable of feeling pain, an abortion cannot be allowed.
When is that?
15-week ban is an idea whose time has come,
Oh.
supported by 70%
15
of
weeks,
American
not bad.
people. But it's going to take unapologetic leadership.
Oh, shit.
Leadership that stands on
It's
principle.
He actually has a pretty lenient.
Hold on, it's bugging right now? Why is it
Pregnancies,
bugging?
I'll do that as President of the United
He
States.
called my name, so I want to respond to that. So first of all, I will say it is in the hands of the
Mix it
people,
up,
and that's
Snow.
where it should be. But when you're talking about a federal ban, be
Hold on,
honest
let
with
me
the American
try
people.
something.
We haven't had 45.
I think it
pro-life
might be,
senators
you
in
might
over
have to
100
watch
years,
the
so no
stream on
Republican
another
president
link.
can ban
I can't
abortions
stream it on
any
here.
more than a Democrat
What?
president could ban all those state laws. Don't make women feel like they
Michael,
have to
you can't
decide
do
on
this to me.
issue when you know
Dude, I'll
we
just
don't
give
have
you the
60
link.
Senate
I'm
votes
sorry, dude,
in the
but
House.
Bro.
that's the only thing that I know, bro. I'm sorry.
Why?
This is the stream is scuffed, and you can blame it on me and AC. So
You have to be honest with the American people.
Dude, AC's still haunting me.
1 minute here. So
How far behind are you?
not far behind at all. I'm on.
Like
the
what's?
result of that decision was
I'm
that
just
it went back
I'm
to
on the
the
current
states.
thing.
So
Okay.
that's where it is right now. So as I understand it, you are not in
Look at
favor.
this
Who's
Mitt Romney
this?
motherfucker. That's North Dakota
What do
Senator.
you say about
John
the states? There's about 5 of them, including
Bungum.
New Jersey. I think
That looks like a
few others,
racist. I'd vote for
that
him.
allow abortion up until
What's
the
he
time
doing?
of birth. Though, if you were president,
was
would you
stumbling
be
over his
able
fucking
to
words.
abide that?
Well, first of all, I'm a pro-life governor of a very pro-life state. And this issue is, of course, very important. But I am on the record, and I stand behind
Oh wait, he's
that we
based.
should not have a federal abortion ban. We should not. And the reason why we
Based,
shouldn't is very
based,
simple.
based,
It's the
based,
10th
based,
Amendment in the Constitution. In the Constitution, which the states created the federal government, not the other way around, it says that there were certain duties allowed to the federal government delegated
Bro,
to them
he's
by the
bringing
states.
up
The
like a
rest
fucking
are left
Wikipedia
to the
source like
states,
Nicholas
comma, or
Steele.
Yeah, but he's
to the
based.
people.
This is
We need to
based.
get back to freedom and liberty
The
for the
10th
people in this
Amendment is
country.
defined as.
And we can't have Republicans Republicans who fight for 50 years for this great cause and to return it back to the states, and then the next day they turn around and go, no, the feds should do that, because the feds are stepping into people's lives, they're stepping into people's businesses over and over. If we say that the feds should be in on this one, where do we stop? I say that we follow the Constitution, and this is returned to the states. This is where it should be.
But Governor Burgum, you signed a 6-week ban.
Who's this?
You signed a 6-week ban.
Shut up, Pence.
Governor Burgum, you signed a 6-week ban.
Where are you going for? This isn't Pence.
Federally, it's all going to go to the states.
Yes, and what is going to work
This
in
guy's
North
not
will never
cutting
work
it.
in North Dakota, and vice versa. That's
Governor
why 50
Asa
states.
Hutchinson,
That's why
right here.
50 states.
This is too important of an issue that
Bro,
we
they
have to
should
address. First of all, the Supreme Court gave it back to the elected representatives, whether it's the states or whether it's the United States Congress. So there is authority, and that's why President Biden is pushing for a Democrat proposal, which is, in essence, abortion on demand through the term. So they have their extreme position at a national level. It's most likely going to be addressed in the states, but it's certainly fine for it to be addressed at the national level as well. Arkansas has the record of being the most pro-life state in the nation. I signed 30 pro-life pieces of legislation while I was governor. And every state can determine a different outcome here. And it is the most important issue for women and for the unborn child and for our country that we get this right. It's going to be a continued
This guy's
debate.
not getting my
Let's
vote
talk
because
about
he's
it
boring.
in terms of compassion, in terms of protecting the life, and
also
also
looks like an
understanding how we have to enhance
He looks weird.
adoption
Yes,
services,
Obama.
how we have to enhance maternal care. Those things we've done in Arkansas
Soda
for our nation's future.
There are a lot of
Based.
issues that are very important.
Based.
Senator
Based.
Hutchinson, weigh in.
We cannot let states
I'm looking at the chat.
California,
It's like Pence is a traitor.
have abortions on demand.
Wait, this a fucking
until the day
Rumble chat
On the
right
Rumble
now?
chat,
Oh my
yeah.
God.
It is unethical. It is wrong. We
He
must have a
got
president of the United States who will advocate.
I don't
for
think I
Fucking
can
black
fucking
GOP
stream the
boy.
Rumble chat. I think it might be a little bit too spicy for YouTube.
It's awesome.
I have 100% pro-life record. I got to tell you though, we must fight for life. Our Declaration of Independence says our Creator gave us inalienable rights that include
What
life.
the fuck are you doing?
That is a list. That is an issue.
Why is she
Are you-
talking?
Is he like a fucking public, like a
She
fucking
looks like
person
Leia
from
something.
PBS?
She looks like Leia
must
something.
solve that issue with a 15-week limit at
Hold
a
on,
minimum.
where are you?
Kill them all.
America and the crime crisis, the homelessness crisis. American cities are in decline. People are moving out as homelessness, drugs, crime move in. There are problems accelerated. They did accelerate during the pandemic and are still rising, actually.
Murders in Los Angeles, New York, Chicago, all up 30% between 2019 and 2022. Homelessness is up 11%, the largest jump in recorded history. Vice President Pence, a lot of this began in the COVID era. How much of what we're seeing happening around this country is a result of those COVID lockdowns, and is your administration in part to blame for how we got here?
Well,
yeah, that's
what's in
bad.
part to blame is the Democrats been talking about defunding the police for the last 5 years.
How is defunding
And we ought to
the
be
police
funding law
related to
enforcement,
homelessness?
particularly in our major cities, at
I'm not quite sure.
unprecedented levels. I mean, it's extraordinary to think about the violence that's claiming innocent lives literally every week.
See,
in every
this
major
guy's
city
an
in this
AI
country.
software.
And yet Democrats and liberal prosecutors
He's a
in major
traitor.
metropolitan
I'm gonna
areas
spam Rumble chat.
to work out their fanciful
I'm
agendas,
traitor.
bail reform and go easy. What we need is strong commitment to law enforcement. We need leadership in Washington, D.C. that'll marshal the resources of the states, marshal the resources of the American
MAGA.
people. But let me also say it's about opportunity.
Trump
A lot of people
2024.
don't know that those Trump-Pence tax cuts that we got signed into law go away at the end of 2025 if we don't have a Republican president
When?
and a Republican House and a Republican
No, you
Senate.
won't.
When I'm president of the United States, we're actually
You're
going
not
to cut
gonna be
taxes
president.
further. We're going to extend those tax cuts.
He wants to
and
close
we're
the
gonna close
Department
the
of
federal-
Education.
We will bring our cities back.
Governor Christie, another issue. This weekend here in Milwaukee, reports say there were 30 shootings. and a number of them including kids. Add that to the big increase in school shootings.
Damn,
the
not
country.
children.
Democrats blame this crisis on easy access to guns. They also blame Republicans for blocking gun control
Here we go.
legislation.
This is an
What would President
important
Christie
discussion.
You know, I'm proud of the fact, Brett, that I'm the only person, along with Governor Hutchinson, up on this stage who's actually running United States Attorney's Office. I ran the 5th largest office in America in a state where there is significant urban crime. And the problem is not going to be solved by more money. The problem is that these prosecutors in these localities in the states are refusing to do their job.
What is he saying?
To arrest violent criminals. So what a President Christie would do is appoint an attorney general who would instruct each of the 93 U.S. attorneys that they are to take over the prosecution of violent crime in every one of those cities that are failing to do so. We have plenty of room in the federal prisons to lock up these violent criminals and clean up what's going on all across this country.
I don't like that he didn't say.
Get rid of all the black men
what we need to make
arrested
sure
for
that
weed, replace them with
True.
fucking
criminals
mentally ill
understand
shooters.
is that the laws apply to everybody. And when Hunter Biden fills out a fake application, a false application for
Why are they still talking about Hunter Biden?
facing a 10-year
I wonder why.
minimum,
Maybe
which was
because
mandated
the
by
President of the
legislation
United
sponsored
States has
by
a
his
son
father.
that is doing cocaine.
And then you have a Justice Department.
Dude,
that
it's been like
walked
2
away from
years.
Those charges, we're telling people that the
And it
laws
hasn't
apply to
been
everybody.
really
In the
talked about
Christie
until now.
administration, he would go to jail for 10 years.
Yes, it has.
No, it hasn't. It's been talked
Dude,
about.
every week it's Hunter Biden's cock. Hunter Biden's a cock. It's every week, dude.
Country, and we know how to fix it. The question is, do we actually have the
Wait,
spine to
shh.
do it? More cops in the streets who are on the streets able to do their jobs without looking over their shoulder for getting sued. And we also have a mental health
looks like Jimmy
epidemic in this
Neutron.
country. Just over the same period that we have closed mental health institutions, we have seen a spike in violent crime. Do we have the spine to bring them back? I think we should. As president, I will. But it's not just drugging up people in those psychiatric institutions with Zoloft and Seroquel. It's a deeper issue. I think faith-based approaches can play a role here, too. We're in the middle of a national identity crisis. And I say this as a member of my generation. The problem in our country right now, the reason we have that mental health epidemic
not
is
enough
that people are
Christians.
so hungry for purpose
Michael, you
and
need to
meaning
convert.
at a time when family, faith, patriotism, hard work have all disappeared. What we really
Patriotism
need
is
a
gay
total
and
reset
it's
from the
not
top.
real.
Saying
No,
that
it's
this
not.
is
It's
what it
cool.
means to be an American. Yes, we will stand for the rule of law. Yes, we will.
You're
close
not.
the
You're
southern
just not a
border
part of the
where criminals are
country,
coming in
dude.
every day. And yes, we will back law enforcement because we remember who we really are. And that's also how we address that mental health epidemic in the next generation that is directly leading to violent crime
Can I
across
speak
this
on behalf
country.
of the American
DeSantis,
people
really
here?
quickly. Governor DeSantis.
We don't have an identity crisis with that. We're not looking for a new national identity.
Meatball.
The American people are the most faith-filled,
Fuck
freedom-loving,
Meatball on.
What's Pence doing?
hardworking people the world has ever known. We just need government as good as our people.
I thought Meatball Ron was
The
up.
difference is you might have some others like you may have on the stage. It's morning
The
in
entire
America
chat
stage,
is
it not
MAGA.
morning in America. We live in a dark moment, and we have to confront the fact that we're in an internal, sort of cold cultural civil
You
war.
are
And we have
equating
to
the
recognize
American
that in
people
order
with the
to actually
failed
win.
government in Washington, D.C. We just need government as good as our people again.
So,
Governor
so
DeSantis,
let me just
Governor
finish
DeSantis,
addressing
I
that
wanna weigh
slogan
in
because I don't
here.
know what that slogan
Brett,
means.
Mark,
We
I
need to
want you
shut
to
down
weigh
the
in, Governor
administrative
DeSantis.
state, and Mark,
Crime-
that's actually how we translate.
Crime
Brett,
has been
Mark,
on the rise in Florida, Governor DeSantis. How do you stop crime?
Well, actually, crime's at a 50-year low
Not
in
in-
Florida.
not in
we're,
Miami.
we're happy with
Not
that.
in Miami,
Well,
buddy.
statewide, it's a 50-year low. And so here's the thing. These hollowed-out cities, this is a symptom
Yeah.
of America's
Yeah, but not in
decline.
Miami,
And one of the
so
biggest
that's
reasons is
not-
because you have George
not a
Dude,
W
Miami's for
on.
crackhead. Yes, it is. It's a W.
It's not a W, Meatball on.
It literally is a 50-year low.
With the inmates start running the asylum. There's one guy in this entire country that's ever
Ron
done anything about
DeSanctimonious
that.
W.
Me. When we had two of these district attorneys in Florida
He has big,
elected
like,
with Soros funding
elephant-like
and said they wouldn't do
ears.
their job,
No,
I
Mike
You know?
Pence
removed them
has
from their
elephant-like
posts. They are
ears.
gone.
He's got
No.
like fucking,
Dude,
fucking elf-like ears.
Look at Meatball, dude. He kind of looks like Dumbo.
He fucking looks like an elf.
He looks like he's gonna start flying with those ears. Like start flapping them, dude.
And Tim Scott's gonna fucking talk
One more here before we
jazz.
break, Governor Bergen.
I think Tim.
Martha, I just thought it was interesting. You asked your
Who
question.
runs Apple, dude? He should run. Tim Cook.
Nobody ever asked the question of what about the crime wave in small towns?
Who's dude?
Because in a small town, neighbors help neighbors.
No one's voting for this guy, but he's probably pretty
If a farmer
big.
gets sick, everybody comes together and helps him get the crop off. There's accountability. There's transparency. One thing that I think this country could use is somebody in the White House that understands small town values, because that's our
No one's voting for
get
her.
this country on track again.
He's nice, dude.
Governor Hutchinson?
Was former head of the DEA, I understand the drug crisis in America. And right now,
Bro, this stream,
you look
dude.
at the challenges in our inner
What?
city, there's
It
three
keeps
simple words that would be
lagging.
helpful.
What,
One,
my
enforce
stream?
the law.
No,
Comes to crime.
the fucking Rumble
Oh,
stream.
okay.
Deal with the challenge of fentanyl.
Hey, Cracker.
And it's
What's up,
both
dude?
I'm disliking, dude. I
Also,
dislike the
fentanyl coming
GOP
from
stream.
Welcome to the
Mexico,
stream,
but it's also
AA.
about education.
Thanks
of our young
everyone
people,
for
making sure
staying.
that we have
The
the
glazing's
tools that are
crazy.
needed for addiction counseling. That's what we
Everyone
expanded
leave,
in
dude.
Arkansas
The
as
amount
well.
of fucking
Whenever you
Botox
look
in
at
this
the
guy's lips,
underlying
it's
challenge
just
of America, though,
Is he
no one likes
Asian?
to see an America with
He looks like
cities
Anderson
in
Cooper.
our inner cities. As president of the United States,
This is like his
why
dad.
stop?
Dude,
This is Anderson
why,
Cooper's
why
dad.
is his
With
name
respect
Anna
for our
Hutchinson?
justice
That's a
system
girl's name.
that a former
Is he a
president who's
trans
under
person?
indictment has undermined by attacking judges, by
Yeah.
attacking prosecutors, by attacking
Yo,
the
let's
system,
go.
and saying he's a
Why is his eye
And so
bloodshot?
we have to have respect
Did
for
he
our
get
justice
punched?
system,
What's
the
wrong?
rule of law,
Dude,
and
he
it
has an
starts at the
Israeli and
top with
American
the president
flag
of the United
thing.
States.
Thank you. Hold on.
Take a break.
Holy dude, get him out.
Get him out.
I'm gonna type LG in chat.
Where former
Patriot.
President Donald Trump will be processed tomorrow. So next, the candidates will have
Oh
an
yeah, the
opportunity
mugshot is gonna
to
appear
talk
tomorrow.
about the coming trials of Donald Trump.
I can't wait. What is Meatball Ron gonna say?
Why is the fucking Atlantic County Jail? Why
feel
is
like-
why is that?
Do you
show?
trust our government?
I feel like the
Hey.
leaders here are
Does the thought of
definitely
losing your
Meatball
hard-earned
Ron,
retirement savings to
that
DC's
Vivek
reckless
guy.
spending scare the heck out of you? Well, you're not alone.
I think so,
Smart
yeah.
Americans are taking action while they still can by reaching out to Birch Gold Group.
And Mike
For
Pence
over
is
20
not.
years,
There's no way.
Birch
Mike-
Gold
Mike
has helped
Pence
concerned
will-
That's a
Americans
pipe
protect
dream.
their futures by moving part of an existing
Like,
IRA
if-
or
The woman,
401k into
no.
a physical
Woman's not
gold
getting
IRA.
in.
Because when things are a mess, like right now, Americans turn to
The
gold.
other female,
With an A-plus rating,
Anna
with a Better
Hutchinson
Business
is
Bureau,
not
and
getting
thousands of
in.
happy customers,
And
Birch Gold
Obama's
is the
kinda
trusted leader
cool.
in gold.
I like
They're
Obama.
busier
I do
than
not
ever
like. I
because
do
people
not
are
like
taking control of their
Obama
savings
in this
away from the
situation.
government.
Why don't you
into
like
their
him?
own hands. Text the word now to the number 98.
You're not gonna like any of
He's too
them.
To get a
fake.
free info kit on gold.
Obviously, I'm not. I'm not gonna
No
fucking vote
obligation.
for any of them.
You're
but
a
I
liberal
like
loser,
Get your new
dude.
card.
You're
I
not
like Chris- I
GOP,
like Chris
Bill.
Christie.
Text now to 989898.
Take the black pill,
Rumble
dude.
has to be a place that welcomes everybody, where you feel
We need a
free
second-
who
Russ-
you are.
True,
When
Russell
you respect
Brand.
another person's freedom in
We
itself,
need
Rumble
a
is
your
second-
freedom for being respected. I
We need a
believe
second
ultimately and
African American
fundamentally, we can do
in
this
our
together
White House, I think.
without top-down authority, that we can regulate
It would solve our
democratically
country's
own
problems.
community. You can be you, I can be me, without judgment,
I think,
beyond
like,
acceptance,
if Chris
love,
Christie
and
or
enthusiasm for the
Vivek
billions of
fucking
ways that it's
teams up
possible to be a
together,
human
maybe
being.
we might have like a fucking.
If Trump runs, Trump is like if Trump runs as an independent because he doesn't get the
Oh, look
nomination.
at him! Look at Mike Pence! Oh, gross! Ew.
Is it back up? Oh, it's back. Oh wait, no. There's like a
.com to sign up and commit to voting early.
Florida.
That's how we're going to beat the Democrats at their own game.
Go to
Donnie.
bankyourvote.com.
And please take the pledge to bank your vote to beat Biden.
Shut up, Ted Cruz. Also,
Ted Cruz is cool.
the fucking. He's the Zodiac killer, dude.
He's awesome, dude. Bankyourvote.com.
Yay, it's another Democratic coffee commercial. That's what
Dude,
we love.
yeah, these guys are actual Democrats, the people who run this company. Like, you can look up, like, who their owner donates.
Dude, this is like the biggest fuck you to Republicans. It's so funny.
And they all buy it.
When things go sideways, will you be prepared?
Cactus Squatch, dude.
Former Navy SEAL platoon
Smaggle, you
commander.
should buy this
I want to
coffee.
introduce you to the Patriot Power Generator
I don't
2000X.
like coffee,
Use
so-
the endless free power of the sun to power lights, your TV.
Yo, when you grow up
even
one
run your
day,
fridge.
you'll
And that's without
probably like
gas,
Well,
it.
you know what? I like
or
vanilla
noise.
milk.
Go to
Vanilla milk is
forpatriots.com.
based.
You'll get a solar panel
Vanilla,
included free.
what?
This is about
Yeah, it's
peace
milk
of
and
mind.
vanilla
Get your
syrup.
solar generator and free
Ew.
panel at forpatriots.com.
What do you mean, ew? It tastes
Hello,
so good.
I'm Rumble. And I'm YouTube.
No, it
YouTube,
doesn't.
Why are you
Oh,
dressed like
yay!
that? Well, I've
Another
been seeing a lot of
one of
violations
these
in the
fucking
community
Rumble
lately, so I'm
YouTube
enforcing that.
commercials.
You mean like people not following your policies?
Rumble wants to be
Strike
YouTube so
one.
Someone
bad,
tells the
dude.
truth, but it's labeled as misinformation.
Strike two.
Wow. What if I want to ask
Who is
questions
that?
and have different opinions on things?
Strike three. You're out of here. Dude, it's Angry Joe.
That's not Angry Joe.
Angry Joe is the fucking umpire, dude.
Does the thought of losing your hard-earned retirement
It's
savings
time
to
to
DC's
break
reckless spending
free.
scare the heck out of you?
Well, dude, how many ads did Epstein
Texting the
buy?
word now to
I think this is the last
9898
one.
for a free
It's like the
info kit
third one
from
this
Birch
ad
Gold
run.
Group. For 20 years, Birch Gold has helped concerned
Shut up,
Americans
Birch Gold.
protect
We
their
don't
future
care.
by moving part of an existing IRA or 401k
Trump
into
diddled
a physical
children.
gold
Trump
IRA.
diddled
Text
children.
now to
DeSantis,
9898 now for a free info
Rocky
kit.
Balboa
Are you
2020.
reading fucking? Are you reading the chat right now, dude?
Yeah.
Did it? What the fuck just happened? Why is it? This did the stream just die?
Blacks for Trump. Wait, your stream died?
No, what the fuck? The fucking
Wait. Did it?
did the fucking the fucking Rumble stream just fucking killed itself?
No, it didn't.
Oh, now
Oh, wait,
it's
free.
back.
Wait,
Fucking froze though for like
what's happening?
a minute. What the fuck?
Well, we have a lot to get to in this second hour of this
Chat, who you voting for?
policy discussions.
Smaggle chat. Give a 1 for Ron DeSanctimonious.
Give a
A 2 for 8030.
And a 3
But we
for
are going to
Fatty
take a brief
McFat
moment
Fat Chris
and talk
Christie.
about the elephant not in the room.
And a 4 for the woman.
Former President Trump has
And a
been
666 for Mike
in 4
Pence.
different states on 91 counts. He will be processed tomorrow in Georgia at the Fulton County Jail for charges relating
Rocky
to the
Balboa
2020
2020.
election laws.
Wait,
You all signed a
Colton's
pledge
in your
to
chat?
support the eventual Republican nominee.
Colton, why are you running from
Former
Spawn
President
Dial?
Trump is convicted.
Well,
in
why
a
are we
court of
talking
law.
about Spawn Dial?
Would you
We should
still
listen to the
support him
Trump
as
debate.
your
Come on
party's
now.
choice?
Oh, wait, it's
Please
back.
raise your hand if you would.
Wait, hold on. I gotta go back to that.
Election
What did he
laws.
say?
You all signed a pledge to support the eventual Republican nominee. If former President Trump is convicted,
They're all
in a court
they
of
all
law,
waited.
would you still support him as your party's choice? Please raise your hand if you would. Just
Base Chris Christie's not gonna support Trump.
Look, here's the bottom line.
the game there, but you raised your hand.
Did you see all of them like domino
Yeah,
effect?
yeah.
They were all, the first person was scared to do it.
Look, here's the bottom line. Someone's got to stop normalizing this conduct. Okay? Now whether or not you believe that the criminal
Based?
charges are right.
Wait,
or
not base. That's
wrong,
anti-Trump.
the
Base.
conduct
Trump is the best.
No, you just said base
the
to it,
office
so
of President of the
Trump
United
don't
is
like
the
Trump,
States.
dude.
future. We should just make Trump president
Trump
forever.
is the past.
Trump should just be president until he dies.
RFK is the future.
I'd give up the
This is
democracy
the
for
great thing
Trump.
about this country. Booing is allowed, but it doesn't change the truth.
Base.
Base.
Mr. Ramaswamy, you raised your hand.
Base.
I'd like to get in and respond. Let's just speak the truth, okay? President Trump, I believe, was the best president of the 21st century. It's a fact. And Chris Christie, honest to God, your claim that
Dude,
Donald
Chris
Trump is
Christie just
motivated by
got
vengeance and grievance would be a lot more
Derek
credible if
Chauvin.
your entire campaign were not
Oh my
based
God,
on
look at his
vengeance and
face.
grievance against one man. And if people at home want to see a bunch of
God damn.
blindly backing
Dude.
Donald Trump without an iota of vision for this country,
I want to see him and DeSanctimonious get into it.
but I'm not running for president of MSNBC. I am running for president of the United States. We're skating on thin ice, and we cannot set a precedent where the party in power uses police force to
He's getting emotional.
opponents. It is wrong. We have to end the weaponization of justice.
Dude, this isn't good. Oh no! Oh no!
Because you sit here in an answer.
No! Oh, dude, he's locking up.
Dude.
This is bad.
Dude, Chris.
Dude, they have to. I'm gonna pull this car over.
Wow.
They had to protect him.
So listen, the more time we spend doing this, the less time they can talk about issues you want to talk about. So let's just
shut the fuck up, you fucking.
Let Trump out, dude. I don't care if he murdered 2 children. Let him out.
The rule of law.
Yes.
And law and order. And the fact is that it can't be selective. In your book, you had much different things to say about Donald Trump than you're saying here tonight.
That's not true.
Well, it is very true.
This is
It's very
brutal.
true. I read it, and I know.
Difference
Look,
between
I-
bad behavior and illegal behavior, Chris. And you as a prosecutor should know better.
Yeah, you know what? I know a lot better.
There's a difference between bad behavior. And
I know a lot better than you do. You've never done it like you've never done anything to try to advance the interests of this government except to put yourself
He just doesn't like black people.
Base, get on 80-30.
I did it as U.S. attorney. I did it as governor. And I am not going to bow to anyone when we have a president of the United States who disrespects the Constitution. He said,
Get your MSNBC contributor.
he said,
These are politicized indictments, and we have to call out the truth.
Martha, it's important to say that the president said, Donald Trump
Dude.
said, it's okay to suspend the Constitution. Now, the oath you take is to preserve, protect, and defend.
They should just start
not
boxing.
suspend. I will always stand up for our Constitution, regardless of the political pressure.
We have another question for you. We're going to get everyone in on this issue, but I have another question.
He's a traitor.
You will. All right. On that day, the vice president moved forward with the certification of the election. So do you believe
80-30 is a grifter.
that
Yeah,
Mike
fuck
Pence did
fuck
the right
Vivek
thing, Senator Scott? Do you believe he did the right thing?
Absolutely. He did the right thing.
Wait, Obama's speaking.
Number 2.
Obama.
We should be asking ourselves
Soda.
a bigger question about the weaponization of the Department of Justice. When I'm president, the first thing I'll do is fire Merrick Garland.
Based.
Second thing I'll do, fire Christopher Wray. Because we
Don't know who
need
that
Lady
is.
Justice to wear a blindfold. Without that, no one has confidence in our justice system. 17% of Republicans have confidence in our Department of Justice. Here's why. We keep seeing not only
Sounds like he's speaking down to me.
weaponization of the
Does he
Department
think
of
I'm not on
Justice
his level,
against
dude?
political opponents, but also against parents who show up at school board meetings. They're called, under this DOJ, they're called
Is he gonna
domestic
cry?
terrorists.
Firing
What?
but that's not around the FBI. Actually have the courage to get it right.
Mr. Ramaswamy.
Is Ben Shapiro there? Actually.
Actually.
The SWAT team show up.
He picked up the mannerism.
Activist
Dude,
homes.
why is 80-30 interrupting President Barack Obama?
Uses their power,
Ludicrous.
uses their authority.
Who does he think
not
he
just
is,
against
dude?
political opponents, but against
It's not
conservatives
his Twitter
and conservative
space.
causes.
Wait, Tucker did an interview with Donald Trump?
Yeah.
And I will
We're gonna
bring
be
that
watching
change
that.
And it's an hour long?
We're gonna be watching that
Bro.
after.
But Governor DeSantis, do you believe that Mike Pence
How long does this go?
For another hour.
We need to end
Bro.
weaponization of these federal
Why are they
agencies.
streaming so late?
I know, but here's the thing. This election is not about January 6th of 2021.
Are you a parent
it's
that
about
shows up to a
January
school
20th
board
of 2025
meeting? No,
when the
no,
next
I'm not.
president is going to take office.
Sorry,
I know
yeah.
what the Democrats would like to do. They want to talk about all these other issues, but we've got to focus on your future. We've got to focus on reversing the decline of our country.
Right.
I learned in the military, I was assigned with U.S. Navy SEALs in Iraq, that you focus on the mission above all else.
Wait, DeSanctimonious is a vet?
Republicans,
Was a
we've
Navy
got to look
SEAL?
forward,
He's a
and we've got to
vet?
make sure that we're bringing the
Really?
message that can
Meatball?
win in November.
I had no idea.
Vice President Pence, what do you think, Vice President?
Is to support and defend the Constitution of the United States. I think the American people deserve to know whether everyone on this stage agrees that I kept my oath to the Constitution that day.
Nothing is about you. Not everything's about you, fucking.
He's a traitor. He's a traitor, dude.
Mike did his duty. I got no beef with him, but here's the thing.
No
Is this what we're going to
beef.
be focusing on going forward? The rehashing of this? I'll tell you.
He definitely got some training. He got some. Dude, he's way more alive. Oh, dude, he's like, he's soy facing.
Let me just say, Governor DeSantis, we spent an hour talking about policy. Former President Trump
He's offended.
40 points in many polls. So it is a factor in the GOP primary.
Oh my God.
Dude, what the?
I did not raise my hand because there's an important issue we as a party have to face. And over a year ago, I said that Donald Trump was morally
This is an Israeli
disqualified from
shill.
being president again as a result
Kick
of
him
what happened
out.
on January 6th.
You know what? I like Asa. He got a point
No,
there.
kick him out.
Legal
Kick him out.
scholars who says he may be disqualified
Get on.
Russian Fit is live.
from being president again as a result of the insurrection. This is something that could disqualify him under our rules and
Boo.
Well, Anna, guess what? You just fucking fucked yourself from ever getting elected as president. Good job.
Boo.
who is disqualified
Israeli
under our
shill.
Constitution, and that's consistent with RNC rules. And I hope everybody would agree with me.
Martha, can I answer the question?
Can I get in on
Okay, I'd like to answer.
Vice President Pence.
All right, I'd like to answer the question you asked and not give a pre-canned speech.
Oh,
my God.
it's getting heated in here. Look at
And he
Pence.
deserves not grudging credit. He deserves our thanks as Americans for putting his oath of office and the Constitution of the United States before personal, political,
He's a
and
traitor.
unfair pressure. And the argument that we need to have in this party before we can move on to the issues that Ron talked about
He's got a
is
big
we have to
nose.
dispense with the person who said that we need to suspend the Constitution to put forward his political career. Mike Pence said no, and he deserves credit for it.
Okay. Governor Haley, we haven't heard from you.
Wait, dude, he's getting.
He's getting cheers.
Did the right
Not
thing
Yeah.
that day or not?
I do think that Vice President Pence did the right thing.
Why is
and
she
I do
talking?
think that we need to give him
Female.
Wait, didn't these people all say they were against?
when it comes to
Like the
whether
indictments of
Trump should
Trump?
serve or not. I trust the American people. Let them vote. Let them decide. But what they will tell you is that it is time for a new
What they will tell you
generational conservative
is that they're not
leader.
going to vote
We
for
have to
you,
look at the fact
Nikki
No
Haley.
one's voting for you, dude.
No one is voting for you, bitch.
I'm not, dude. I'm voting for Donald. I'm voting for Donnie, dude.
Trump is the most disliked
voting for the
politician in
glizzer.
America. We can't win
Donnie,
a general
dude. He has the best chance of winning.
I mean, yeah. I'm not gonna fucking.
Who are we gonna vote for? Meatball Ron?
Not gonna
Chris
vote for
Christie?
anyone. I'm voting
Oh, dude,
for,
I forgot this guy
Dude,
existed.
I'm voting for
At the
this
top of this
guy,
hour
dude.
saying we're going to talk about China, Ukraine, education. We are. China
This is just politician, like, this is like, this guy's too respectable.
Talking about the past instead about the future is time.
What the?
What the fuck was that?
What was that?
China loves it when we're talking about the past.
Dude, some intern just got fired.
A few questions on it. Let people say what they wanted to say. And now, indeed, we are moving on to the subject.
The U.S. has committed nearly 77.
Can I speak on this issue? I would.
You did something.
Yeah.
We thought you were done, but you
No, I
please.
wasn't done.
Well, Mike, why don't you say this? Join me in making a commitment that on day one you would pardon Donald Trump. I'm the only candidate on the
Why?
stage who had the courage to actually say it. That is how we move our nation forward.
You know what? Honestly, I do have to agree.
These moderators are awful.
You should be able to make a commitment. The same justice system that was this
Here's
corrupt.
the difference between you and me.
Yeah, I'm not a professional politician. That's the difference. Who can answer a question?
I've actually given pardons when I was governor of the state of Indiana. It usually follows a finding of guilt and contrition by the individual that's been convicted. So, look,
get on.
if I'm president
Get on
of the
once
United
again,
Vivek is too, he's too young.
An
If
older
I
white
may.
man just owned you 80-30, get owned.
You know,
His
it's
son
not about
is
looking back at January
race
2021.
back 30 years.
It's about January 20th, 2017. I put my
What is
left
he
hand
talking
on Ronald
about?
Reagan's Bible. I raised my right hand.
On
and I took an
Ronald
oath
Reagan's Bible. Are you fucking
to support
serious?
and defend the Constitution of the United States. And it ended with a prayer, so help me God. It was a promise that I made to the American people, but I also made it.
You're losing me, Mike.
It made it to my Heavenly Father.
You're always losing me, Mike.
Every day for 4 years, I sought to keep that oath. And everyone on this stage needs to make it clear whether or not they'll do the same.
True.
If they earn this job and the confidence of the American people. Now, look, I've made it clear. I had hoped that the issues surrounding the
Why are they just letting him
election and
ramble?
controversies around January 6th
Isn't there like a
had come
time?
to this, had not come to
There it
criminal
is.
proceedings. I would rather they had been resolved by the American people and the American people alone. But no one's above the law, and President Trump is entitled to the presumption of innocence that every American is entitled to, and we will make sure and extend that to him. But the American people deserve to know that the president asked me in his request that I reject or return votes unilaterally, power that no vice president in American history had ever exercised or taken. He asked me to put him over the Constitution. And I chose the Constitution, and I always will. I had no right to overturn the election.
I like Mikey, dude.
You want to say face? That's not face because he put the Constitution over Trump, which is gay and cringe, according to you.
That is getting cringe, but you know, Mikey's winning, dude.
Shut up, dude.
He's winning me over.
The U.S. has committed nearly
You have a
$77
thing for
billion
old white
in
men,
aid
don't
to
you?
the Ukraine war.
Yeah.
The
How'd you go?
administration is now asking Congress for $24 billion more. Regardless of that, the specifics of that plan, is there anyone on stage who would not support the increase of more funding to Ukraine?
We would not support it.
Europe needs to step up. I mean, I would have Europe step up and do their job.
Mr. Ramaswamy, but you're saying you would not too, Governor DeSantis?
I will have Europe pull their weight. Right now, they're not doing that.
You would not support
and I think we need to do. And I think our support should be.
What is Vivek doing?
Doing it. And I would have support in China.
Is Vivek begging right now? He's just like Eddie Petty, dude.
Mr. Ramaswamy, you would not support an increase of funding to Ukraine?
I would not. And I think that this is disastrous, that we are protecting against an invasion across somebody else's border when we should use those same military resources to prevent across the invasion of our own southern border here in the United States.
True.
We are driving Russia further into China's hands. The Russia-China alliance is the single greatest threat we face. And I find it offensive that we have professional politicians on the stage that will make a pilgrimage to Kyiv, to their Pope, Zelensky, without doing the same thing for people in Maui or the south side of Chicago or Kensington. I think that we have to put the interests of Americans first. Secure our own border instead of somebody else's.
Come on, come
The
in.
reality is, this is also how we project strength by making America strong at home.
All right, we heard the name.
What does Vivek even do? Who is he?
I did go to Ukraine, and I went to Ukraine because I wanted to see for myself what Vladimir Putin's
Why didn't he pardon
doing to the free
fucking
Ukrainian people.
Coach Red Pill,
And let me
dude?
tell you, I want you all to look around this arena tonight and imagine that every one of these seats was filled. And if every one of them was filled, there would still be 2,500 more children outside to make over 20,000 who have been abducted, stolen, ripped from their mothers and fathers, and brought back to Russia to be programmed to fight their own families. They have gouged out people's eyes, cut off their ears, and shot people in the back of the head, men, and then gone into those homes and raped the daughters and the wives who were left as
Sounds like a
widows
fun time.
and orphans.
Sounds like the rape of Nanking.
This is the Vladimir Putin. This is the Vladimir Putin who Donald Trump called brilliant and a genius. If we don't stand up against this type
Chris
of
Christie's not winning.
autocratic killing in the world, we will be next.
We still like Trump.
You were mentioned.
Governor Haley, we'll come back.
Oh,
President
dude.
Pence was mentioned. You get 30 seconds.
Yeah, well, let me be clear. Anybody that thinks that we can't solve the problems here in the United States and be the leader of the free world has a pretty small view of the greatest nation on earth.
That is incorrect.
Yeah.
Yeah, get on 8030.
Mike is just, he's targeting Vivek. Just hyper-focused.
We said, if you're willing to fight the communists on your soil, we'll give you the means to fight them there so our troops don't have to fight them. Vivek, if we do the giveaway that you want to give to Putin to give him his land,
Mike Pence has a better hairline.
rolls across a NATO border, and frankly, our men and women of our armed forces are going to have to go and fight him. I want to let the Ukrainians fight and drive Putin and the Russians back out into Russia.
I want to just briefly address Pence. Vice President Pence. I have a newsflash. The USSR does not exist anymore. It fell back in 1990. The real threat, you talked about the communists, and the real communists that we have to address right now is the
idea what Vladimir Putin's aims are.
You already spoke. Now I actually have something to say.
Vladimir Putin has been saying he wants to reestablish the old Soviet.
Dude, I don't even know what to say right now.
Dude, Vivek just got owned on Russia. Holy shit.
Calling him a communist.
By fucking tens of all people. Come on now.
And the United States of America needs
Honestly, I'm kind of liking Pence, dude. If only he wasn't against gay people.
if only he wasn't a proud supporter of Christ, that would be with Pence.
Yeah, if only he wasn't cringe.
Further into China's arms, the Russia-China military alliance is the single greatest threat we face.
You already said that, Vivek. Everyone's talking about it. China's on the news every day.
Mr. Vice President, we can't hear. Mr. Vice President,
to give Russia
Mr. Vice President, Mr. Vice President,
give them a promise.
Mr. Vice President,
dude, these are horrible
Mr. Vice President,
moderators.
Mr. Vice President.
They just need to do what I do. They need to like mute their
Dude,
mics.
they need to hold a gun and then fucking aim it at someone.
Why? They just need to start
Shut the
screaming.
fuck up.
I feel like I'm watching the Spondau versus Bunk debate.
that means your time's done. So, Mr. Vice President, we appreciate your aggressiveness
Putting
here.
the foot down.
30 seconds is 30 seconds. Mr. Ramaswamy, you were mentioned. You get 30 seconds.
So the reality is that today,
Yeah. This Pence really...
for the United States,
What are they
Fuck
doing?
80-30.
the same people who took us into the Iraq War, the same people who took us
Vivek
into
is
the
getting
Vietnam War. You
crashed.
cannot end it. You cannot start another no-win war. And I do not want to get to the point where we're sending our military resources abroad when we could be better using them here at home to protect our own borders, protect the homeland. All right. That will be my top priority.
These are just Joe Rogan talking points. He just likes Joe Rogan.
To some other people because everybody, we respect everybody's time here. So, Governor Haley, you did not raise your hand, meaning that you would support more funding for the Ukraine war. You have said,
Oh, dude, this is suicide. This is political suicide.
He initially called it a territorial dispute. Why?
First of all, the American president needs to have moral clarity.
They're
They
awful
need to know
blue.
the
Since
difference
the woman's
between right and
talking, I'm
wrong.
gonna
They
talk
need
over
to know the
her.
difference between
This
good and
debate's
evil.
He's not
going
winning,
When you
dude.
look
kinda
at the
shitty,
situation with Russia
but
and
it's also
Ukraine,
been
here
really
you have
fun.
a pro-American
80-30
who
keeps
is
getting
invading.
owned. And Mike Pence is having
So
a...
when you want to talk about
Having a
what has been
comeback.
given to Ukraine,
Yeah.
less than 3.5%
Like an
of
anime
our defense budget
protagonist.
has been given to
Like,
Ukraine.
training
If you look
session.
at the percentages per GDP, 11 of the European countries have given more than the U.S. But what's really important is go back to when China and Russia held hands, shook hands before the Olympics.
Yeah,
and
I need
made
to moderate
themselves
these.
unlimited
Why is she
partners.
still talking,
A
dude?
win
Dude,
for
apparently,
Russia is a win
apparently
for
Tucker
China.
Carlson
We have
asked
to know
Trump
that.
if Epstein
Ukraine
killed
is the
himself.
first line of defense for us.
What Trump
And the
said.
problem
I've
that
no
Vivek
idea.
doesn't understand is he
Bro.
wants to hand Ukraine to
Bro,
Russia. He wants to
so
let
on.
China
Don't we
eat
still have a
Palestine.
year
He wants to
left?
go and stop funding Israel.
We
You
have like a
don't
year
listen
of
to friends.
Biden.
What you do instead is you
Yeah.
have the backs of your friends.
Why are
Ukraine
they
is a
putting...
front
They
line of
always, they
defense.
always start the
Putin
debates
has
a year
said,
before.
if
They need to stop that,
Russia
dude.
takes Ukraine, Poland, and the Baltics are next.
Why?
That's a world
It's
war.
free
We're
drama.
trying to
It's
prevent
free
war. Look at
entertainment.
what Putin did today. He killed
Because I'm gonna forget all
When
this.
I was at the UN,
My
a
tiny
Russian
little
ambassador
consumer
suddenly
brain
died.
can't handle all this
guy is a
information.
murderer, and you are choosing a murderer over a pro-American country.
This. Dude, Vivek is just getting angry.
You know, Nikki, I wish you well in your future career on the boards of Lockheed and Raytheon. But the fact of the matter
Holy
Oh.
shit!
Boeing came off of it, but
Whoa.
you've been pushing this lie all week,
You want
Nikki.
to go and defund Israel? You want to
Okay,
give
let me
Taiwan
address
to
that.
This?
I'm glad you brought that up.
go and give
I'm going to
Ukraine
address each of those.
Dude, she turned to the side. I can see the honker. I know why she's so upset about Israel.
So the reality is, America less safe. You have no foreign policy experience, and it shows.
And you know what? The foreign policy experience.
Yeah, no, Vivek should not win.
Fucking owned.
Dude, Vivek knows
up.
nothing. He knows nothing.
It's so over.
His foreign policy is abysmal.
Dude, even Andrew Yang could fucking get foreign policy, dude.
Friends do. Friends help each other stand on their own 2 feet. So I will lead Abraham Accords 2.0.
Russia's like 50 times bigger. There's a reason why we have like pacts and allies.
You know what I love about them? I love their border policies. I love their tough on crime policies. I love that they have a national identity and an iron dome to protect their homeland. And so, yes, I want to learn from the friends that we're supporting. And what puzzles me is, I want to learn from those and apply those
Adolf?
to our homeland, Nikki.
Israel needs America. America needs Israel.
Okay, Governor DeSantis.
No, we don't.
No,
what does Israel do for us? Wait, what does Israel do? What do they even do for us?
I can make a lot of fucking anti-Semitic stuff, but I'm not going
What
to.
does
Is
Israel
to defend
do?
our country and its people. And that means you're sending all this money, but you're not doing what we
Dude,
need
literally
to do to
nothing.
secure
They don't do
our
anything.
border. We have tens of thousands of people who are being killed because we're not handling both. And so
We're not.
I'm going to declare it a national emergency. I'm not going to send troops to Ukraine, but I am going to send them to our southern border. When these drug pushers are bringing fentanyl
And murder
across the
innocent
border,
women and
that's
children.
gonna be the
Great
last thing
thinking,
they do. We're
Meatball
gonna use
on.
force, and we're
Mow
gonna
them all
be
down,
stone
dude.
cold dead.
We're actually going to move
Do the
on
fucking
to
Russian
China.
airport.
I don't care if they're
Call of
women and
Duty,
children.
dude.
They're drug mules, dude.
China has the
Mow them
biggest
down.
navy in the world, the biggest
Get the
army in the
M4s.
world. Now they have warships off the coast of Alaska. They are threatening Taiwan. In coming years, China will have 1,500 nuclear warheads, it's believed. The U.S.
Holy
just
shit.
arrested 2 sailors accused of spying for
1,500?
China within our military. So the question is, how would you deter China as a president, Bergen?
Well, this is the #1 issue we're facing, and of course we haven't been talking about it, and we act like that
I
letting
love
Russia
this guy,
win in
dude.
Ukraine is like a gimme as opposed to a gift to China.
Maybe
Russia
we
has
need
become
him.
China's gas station. But how would we do it? The Biden administration is a complete fail. China.
That's not answering the
imports
question.
10 million barrels of oil a day, more
How
than
do we
any
do
other
it?
country in the world.
Biden's a failure.
Biden's a
To
failure.
feed everybody in that country, so they don't have energy security or food security.
I
But the Biden
I
administration
honestly
sends
think
Blinken,
that he's
Yellen,
on the spectrum.
over there.
What does he say? Yeah, he
They're over
is.
there talking- they don't even bring up energy because they're too busy trying to kill the
What is
US
he
energy.
saying?
And what we need to do is
Sorry,
not
Shaq.
just
He's just
send press releases,
what is he
because something that
saying?
would send a lot
Is
more than
Ron
a press release
Burgum
is actually Harpoon missiles. We need anti-ship
the
missiles on Taiwan.
spec-
The way that you have a war never start, which is the goal, the way you have peace
Who's
through truth
tweeting
is that you
from
actually
Ron
have strength, you
DeSantis'
actually
Twitter
have
account
deterrence. And what
right
we have
now, live?
in what we've got going on in Ukraine is an example of when deterrents fail. What is an example there of Biden's disastrous withdrawal from Afghanistan? The fact
What
that
is he
we
saying
moving
right now?
into
I have
Ukraine,
no
and
idea.
then now
I cannot
they
find
see
Dude, how does this answer the
they
question?
make a move.
How will you
And
deter
we have
China?
to be strong, and we have to be strong both in
Biden,
Ukraine and we can solve the
Afghanistan,
southern border. Absolutely, we can do that. Because guess what?
gas
There's only
stations.
19,855 authorized people for the Border Patrol, but they're not all staff because the Biden administration doesn't enforce law enforcement. But Biden administration wanted to put 87,000 people in the IRS.
Holy shit,
as
dude.
opposed
Someone
to
fucking
giving the money
interrupt
to the
him.
we need our own
Holy
Border
shit.
Okay.
He looks so proud, dude.
That same question.
Let's fire the 87,000 IRS agents and hire or double the number of Border Patrol agents. I just
What?
Wait.
Dude, none of you answered the question.
most pressing
Hey,
need of the
let's just
American people
fire
from a
everyone
national
and
security
then
standpoint
double
is our
everyone
southern
that we
border.
just
It has
fired.
led to the
Smart
death of
idea, Tim
70
Scott.
Dude,
Good
but
job, dude.
like,
Americans because
what are you
of
gonna do
fentanyl.
about China?
Plus,
Fire
6
the
million
IRS.
illegal crossings
Illegal
since President Biden has taken office, and 200 people
They're all
on our
programmed.
national security watch list have been
Dude, he's
caught
an
at our border.
animatronic.
You know what
How
Trump
many
would have done?
have not been caught
Trump
at
would
our
have
southern
said,
border?
listen,
If we
you know,
just spend $10
China,
billion,
very big, very,
we could finish the wall.
very smart guy who run.
$5 billion more.
I think he'd be scared of me.
Military-grade
You know, he would
technology
have
to
strong armed.
surveil our southern border to stop the flow of fentanyl and
What is he talking about? This is in China.
Americans a year. That should be the priority of this.
Actually, Taiwan's pretty important, so we probably don't want
to. Motivational speakers putting me to sleep.
Complete.
There are many more questions on China.
Taiwan's pretty important. We shouldn't let China take
It's not just the 70,000 from fentanyl.
Dude.
We've lost 200,000 people to overdoses since Biden took office.
Why
That's
is he
300
back?
people a day. We're taking mass casualties, and that's a statistic, but these are sons and daughters, nieces and nephews that we're losing. We've got North Dakota
Those
troops
are
down there
also
flying
pedophiles
night
and sex
helicopter
offenders
missions
as well, but I
from
guess
San
you're just
Diego to
not
the Gulf
mentioning
Coast,
that.
trying to
He's
stop
one of
these
them, dude.
transnational criminal organizations.
Okay,
They've got
buddy.
better funding on their
Really?
side than
You
we've got
can't
on our
say
side.
that. Come on.
Speaking of
now.
which, Governor Hutchinson, speaking
I
of
like him,
images
dude,
from earlier
but he's
in
not
response,
answering the
Governor
questions.
Hutchinson,
With Mexico,
Vice President Pence,
policy.
images from
We built
earlier
hundreds
this
of
month.
miles of wall. We secured the
Vice
southern
Who's
President Pence,
speaking?
It really doesn't help. I'm asking a question. Earlier this month,
He's fucking laughing.
images
Dude,
showed
Dude.
the
suspected cartel
fucking
members
gall on
crossing
him.
into
This
Texas
is-
with
The arrogance.
What is
Do
this?
you consider this an invasion? Would you authorize lethal force?
Yes,
along
shoot him
that
down.
There would be lethal
who the
force
fuck is
used
that?
by the
Look at
Border
that
Patrol,
fucking smack
law
on his
enforcement
face.
as needed
Shoot
to protect the
them
border.
down, dude.
Absolutely. When you look at the military has to be used for intelligence gathering purposes. This is not unusual. Whenever I was in the Bush administration, we went down there and met with President Vicente Fox of Mexico and asked his help on going after the cartels. And he looked at me and said, they're a problem to us as well. And so we joined together and we took down the Ariana Felix brothers leading the Tijuana cartel.
Good.
And that made a difference. Ramon
Honestly,
was shot
I think
and
the
killed,
U.S. should
and Ben
invade
Amin was
Mexico.
captured.
There's so much. There's so
cannot be
much Republican
successful
coat
going against
on
the
the timeline
cartel
right now. They're all calling Vivek.
bring
They're
in
like, oh my
Mexico
God,
as a
he's so
partner. We have to use
based for being
economic
against
pressure to
war.
accomplish that. President Obrador has not been helpful, and we have to use economic pressure that this administration is not using. The rule of law has to matter on both sides of it.
Okay.
This is critical. I've done it. We know what needs to be done. The military has to be limited in its use. When after 9/11, we had the global war on terror, and guess what? We protected the border at the same time. You can do both.
Okay.
Wow.
Let's go to Governor DeSantis. So, as president, would you support sending U.S. Special Forces over the border into Mexico to take
Did we just give
who's
up on
winning,
China?
DJ?
drug cartel
Chris
operations? Would you
Christie
support
and
that
Mike
kind of
Pence,
American
not
military
Vivek Ramaswamy.
Yes, and I will
Vivek
do
is
it
getting
on day one.
just
Here's the
pounded.
thing. The cartels are killing tens of
We just gave up on
thousands of
China.
our fellow
They literally just gave
citizens.
up. They
You
stopped
wanna talk
asking the
about a country in
question.
decline? You have the cartels controlling
Dude, they're all
a
paid
lot
by
of part of your
Chinese
southern border.
puppets,
We
dude,
have to
except for
reestablish
Why were they all
the
so
rule of
scared to
law,
talk about
and we
China?
have to defend our people. The President of the United States has got to use all available powers as Commander-in-Chief to protect our country and to protect the people. So when they're coming across, yes, we're going to use lethal force. Yes, we reserve the right to operate. How many
Gun 'em
more
down
tens of thousands are
with
we going
30
to let to die?
millimeters.
I am sick. I've met angel moms throughout this country. I met
Who?
a lady
Angel
in
moms? What the
Texas.
fuck
What is
is
an angel mom?
And her son
Sounds like a hostess cake.
Percocet that was laced with fentanyl immediately died. That is happening all across this country because of the
a
poison
mother
that
who
they are
shot
bringing
his
in.
died, so
So as
like a
president,
reverse
would I use
bastard.
force? Would I treat them as foreign terrorist organizations?
Girl.
You're darn right I would.
Yeah.
Vice President Pence,
So true, Screwdriver. Ron
President Pence,
DeSanctimonious
why would you
does
be
has
better
does
at
has
this
a
issue than
punchable
Governor
face.
DeSantis? Governor DeSantis on the campaign
Yeah,
trail
Meatball Ron
refers
is
to your administration
I
as
don't know,
not
man.
finishing the wall.
Right. Look, we secured the southern border of the United States of America and reduced illegal immigration and asylum abuse by 90%.
Yeah, you also destroyed the local ecosystem.
When Joe Biden took
Who
over,
cares?
opened the southern
Shut
border of
up.
the United States and the wave
You know what?
of
Fuck
humanity,
you,
the
Alex.
wave of
Nature's
Fentanyl's more
important than
important.
humanity.
Nope, fentanyl's more important.
It's a
I
wave
think,
of human
yeah, just
tragedy across
retarded.
this country. But Martha, you began this evening talking about who is best prepared to
You
be the
also
next president of the
destroyed
United States.
the local
And I have to tell you, with all
ecosystems.
humility, I was there when we negotiated through the government shutdown and got
No
the
one
funding available
cares,
to
dude.
build the wall. I was
I
negotiating
want
on
Trump
Capitol
back
Hill
too.
around the clock.
80-30
I
is on the
negotiated to
panel.
remain in Mexico
DJ
He's losing.
on behalf of the
He's
President of the
losing
United States. And
hard.
AC, you're so right. It's because we used economic
Pence
pressure
destroyed
to
him.
bring the Mexicans to the table, and they allowed us to have people.
The woman
in
did
Mexico
too.
while they
And then
were
she
fighting
said
for
Israel
assignment,
is like the most
ended
important
assignment
American ally.
overnight.
And we were
got the
like,
Mexicans to deploy their National Guard
I
to
wonder
their
if
southern
two
border
different people
and,
can.
and to our southern border as never
I'm gonna look that up right
before.
now.
And I want to
Can
promise
two
you,
different
as President of
people
the United States of America,
elect the
I will
same person
engage
to be the vice
Mexico the
president,
exact
or does it
same
have to be
way,
different?
and we will partner with
I
the
don't know.
Mexican military, and we will hunt down and destroy
Probably,
the
right?
cartels that
Although
are
I imagine it's not popular. Because then the person would be seen as like
to this
not
is
trustworthy.
that almost 7 million migrants have crossed this border, our southern border, during the Biden administration.
7 million.
So, Governor Christie,
Do we
what
add
would you
DJ
do
Screwdriver?
about the 7 million who are here? How would you
Does he want in?
What
Yeah.
would you do?
Add him in, dude.
Yes, but
The
I
first
don't
thing we
really
need
want to
do
fucking
is to stop any more from coming.
like you can
Add 'em
screen
in,
share
dude.
We
with
need to
them
do. Then
or
the
whatever,
next thing we
but
need to do with the folks that are
I
here
can't screen
is
share.
to, again, as we've
We're just
talked
all gonna
about
have to
all
watch.
tonight,
Dude, Adam,
well,
get him
we're
in
gonna
here,
have to
dude.
watch
law and
together.
order in this country. We have to enforce the law. And what that
All right,
means is to
doing it
make
now.
sure that people who come here illegally are not rewarded for being here illegally. We have so many wonderful people from around the world who
Dude,
are
it's time.
waiting in line, following the law to try to come
Hey,
here.
DJ,
Dude,
and pursue their
80-30 is
dream.
losing.
And those
Who's
people
that?
are waiting and waiting and
Vivek.
waiting because
You can
we
watch
haven't
the
dealt with the problem of the
DJ.
folks
Yeah,
who
Smaggle's computer is too slow to stream it.
Yeah,
We have
too
to make
shitty
sure
to stream
that they
to
are
both
not
stream
rewarded
it on
for
live
having
and
broken
also
the law.
to do it there.
And
So.
That's
one
fine.
last thing
I'll
on this
do
fentanyl
it the
issue.
ghetto way.
With China,
ghetto way.
we can't take our eye
Yeah.
off of that ball. Yes, it's
Can you turn
important
Alex
that we
down?
secure the border.
Okay.
Very important, as I just said.
Why? No, turn me
China
up.
is sending these chemicals to these
Don't listen to
cartels
Peep.
for them to create the fentanyl that is killing
85%.
hundreds of thousands of our
the
citizens.
fuck?
The Chinese
Who's putting
are engaging
America
in an
first
act of war
in
against us,
chat?
killing our citizens. We better make that priority one in our conversations
Dude,
with
where's
China.
where's
and to try to
Nicholas
straighten that
Send him
relationship
back.
out, because if we don't,
Send
we're
him
gonna lose
back,
more and
dude.
more
Yeah, I
of
thought he was a
our
presidential
I can't wait until
candidate.
Nicholas
those
Fuentes
people
versus
back.
Mr. Beast
course.
running for president.
Where's Ye?
You'd have to.
Yeah,
We
Ye's
have a
not
lot
here
of
either.
issues that Americans care about. Next
Oh,
up,
dude,
we're
are we
going to
going
talk
to
about the
add?
crisis
So no
in
Trump, no
education,
Ye,
as
no
millions of
nothing.
Well,
American
Trump did
children
an
Trump did
interview
something
with
with Tucker.
in reading
Tucker
or
Carlson.
math after this.
Fucker
Epstein's back.
Tuckerson.
Yeah.
Is this
Dude,
Epstein?
Do you trust our
Yeah,
government
that's
It is
and where the
Epstein,
economy
dude.
is heading? Does the thought
Where's-
of losing your hard-earned
where's
retirement
Andrew
savings
Tate?
to DC's reckless spending has helped concerned
I would
Americans
vote for
Andrew
him.
Tate's gonna run for
by
U.S.
moving part of an
president
existing
inside a
IRA or
Romanian
401k
jail.
into a physical
I would
gold
vote for
IRA.
him.
Because when things are a mess, like right now,
Smaggle, you need
Americans
to
turn to gold.
get better at
With an
taste.
A+ rating, with
rather
the
than
Better Business
candidates.
Bureau,
At
and
what?
I think
thousands of
your
happy
taste is.
customers,
You need to get a
Birch
better
Gold is the
taste
trusted
in
leader in
presidential
gold.
candidates.
They're busier
What
than
do
ever
you-
because
I'm
people are
not gonna
taking
be a
control of their
normie
savings
Trump supporter
away
like
from the
you do.
government and into their own hands.
I'm gonna
Text
be
the
a
word
based
now to the
epic
number
Just give in.
RP Junior supporter.
to get a
dude.
free
No,
info
he's
kit on gold.
cringe.
I thought you were
No
Yang
pressure,
Gang.
no
Is that like
obligation,
dead?
just
Yang Gang
information.
is
So get your
unironically
no-cost
dead,
info
yeah.
kit now. Text now to
What about Bernie?
9898.
Is Bernie doing it again?
Guess what?
Benny's dead.
Bidenomics is working.
Biden's not.
Fact check. False.
What is this?
Bro. Oh, I thought it was a fact check Biden.
Dude, that's totally fucking that's an adware website. I'm gonna get a fucking Trojan virus from that, dude.
Dude, just go to Twitter and scroll.
Paid for.
Bro.
Rumble has to be a place that welcomes.
Yo,
Who needs
it's
this
my-
when you got community notes
free
on
to be who you are.
It's my
X.com?
Where you
favorite
respect another
Cartoon
person's
Network
freedom
star,
in
Russell
exchange for your
Brand.
own freedom for being respected. I believe that ultimately and fundamentally
Dude.
we can do
All I
this
know
This guy-
is that woman
this-
is
without top-down
awful.
authority. That we can
This guy
regulate
dated Katy
democratically
Perry once
our
upon
own
a time.
community. You
Now
can
look
be
at
you,
him. Yeah.
I can be me without judgment.
I think they
Dude,
got
I don't
married.
even know who he is, dude.
Love and enthusiasm
Russell
for
Brand.
the
He went on
billions
Joe
of ways that
Rogan.
it's possible
That's
to
all
be
I
a
know.
human being.
And he's like big on Rumble. It's
He was
time
also
to
like the
break
biggest comedian of
free.
2011.
Oh, I can't imagine 2011 was that great.
Another
This is
Democratic
9/11.
coffee commercial. Let's go.
Democrats, yes.
Wait, how did one big coffee cup explode into smaller, tiny coffee cups? That doesn't make any
Here's
sense.
a better question. How is a coffee cup being a missile?
Wait a second. How the fuck did it break into a building but didn't break the fucking holding system? What the
Towers.
fuck? Who do you
When
think?
you
Yeah, I'm totally
text your
checking.
answer?
I'm gonna give my. I'm gonna.
Yeah,
give
this
my
is
phone
like
number
data
back.
like collection. Yeah.
This is just some random ad. This isn't even run by them. It's just some random person.
No, it's paid by the Republican National Committee.
Yeah, look at the bottom text, Alex. Dummy.
No, it's
Yeah,
not.
come on.
Dude.
Keep
That's
up,
just
Alex.
fake.
Smart Americans
It was
are
a
taking
joke.
action
You know
by
what? You
texting
guys
the word
suck.
now to 98.
No, you're just dumb. Low
It was a
IQ.
hypothetical
Get on
joke.
No IQ.
Birch Gold Group. For 20 years, Birch Gold has
Michael,
helped concerned
you're voting
Americans
for
protect their
RFK.
future.
Okay.
Part of an existing IRA or
Dude.
401k
And you voted for
into
Biden.
a
A
physical gold
conspiracy
IRA.
theorist is
Text
better
now
than
to
Trump. Think about
98
that.
98 now for a free info kit.
Theorist is better than Trump. No, dude, trumps all. Okay?
Trump
The
only
only-
trumps himself.
The only real candidate is Ye 2024.
Yeah, he's not running, dude.
Right, I'm in.
Oh my god, it
Put his
fucking
name down.
froze again. Why is it freezing?
It always always
It's not
freezes on
frozen.
this
It's,
ad.
it's just it's just
Yep.
the ad stuff. Oh, here we go.
Is it bad? Dude, these moderators
bad.
are awful, by the way.
We're so back.
Vice President Mike
The
Pence.
nation's report
Vice
card
President
was
Mike
the
Pence.
weakest ever for
Vice
American
President.
school
Vice
children.
President.
Exposing chronic absenteeism, deep declines for reading and math for 15-year-olds and 13-year-olds. Governor DeSantis, you would eliminate, you said, the Department of Education. But as president, would you still have a responsibility to fix this crisis as we see it?
Absolutely. The decline in education is one of the major reasons why our country is in decline. We need
And
education
your
in this
solution is
country,
to
not
destroy
indoctrination
Get
in
rid of
this
the
country.
Department of Education.
Florida, we stood
Woo!
up first. We had schools open
Yes.
during COVID, and a lot of the problems that we've seen are because these lockdown states lock their kids out of school for a year.
My
year
guy
and a
has
half.
elf
That was
ears.
wrong. We stood
Shut
up. I
up.
took
Dude,
a lot
that's
of
what I was
fire
thinking.
for
It looks
that.
he's about to
I
fly.
was pilloried by
Yeah.
the media, but I stood for
They're gonna
our
start
kids. And as
flapping.
president, I'll stand for you and your kids as well. But we have to make sure
Wow.
Thank
what
you.
our schools are doing is
Wow.
Stand for my
solid
kids.
academics. In Florida, we eliminated critical race theory from our K through 12 schools.
K through 12 didn't have
Yes.
critical race theory though.
Get rid of it,
And we
dude.
have elevated the importance
Woo!
of American civics and teaching our
Yes.
kids about the Constitution and the Bill of Rights.
History.
As president, I'm going to lead an effort to increase civic understanding and knowledge of our Constitution. We cannot be graduating
Pretty sure that's
students
already
that
in
don't have
every
any
school in the
foundation
nation, buddy.
in what it means to be an American.
Mr. Ramaswamy.
Shut up, Smiley.
He just wants to end
Woo!
wokeness.
Senator Scott.
I'm surprised he hasn't
You've
talked
said
about
that
wokeness at
the
all.
Department of Education,
Yeah,
the
I-
FBI,
word
the
woke.
ATF,
Did they talk about
the
trans
Regulatory
kids
Commission,
yet?
the IRS,
No.
the Department
No, I
of
don't
Commerce,
think.
Wow.
none of these should not
Dude, look,
exist.
80-30.
That's correct.
Whoa,
To the
he's on the
education
panel.
question, how would you deal with
Look
the
at that
crisis?
hairline.
So look, we have a crisis of achievement. Let's
You
shut
can
down
land
the head
a
of the
jet
state, the
line on
Department of
that
Education.
forehead.
$80 billion. Put it in the hands of parents across this country. This is the civil rights issue of our time. Allow any parent to choose.
He's
where
throwing
they
up the
send their kids
OK
to
sign.
school. End the teachers' unions at the
I do
local
have to say,
level allow
he's
public
got a better
schools
chin
to
than like
compete.
half the
And then
community.
revive our national
Yeah.
identity where
Yeah, but
every
he also
high
looks like
school
Jimmy
senior
Neutron.
should have to pass the same civics test
fucking does,
that frankly
what the
every
fuck?
immigrant, including my mother, had to pass in order
No,
to become
don't
a
make more
citizen of
standardized
this
tests.
country.
Stop,
The
dude.
matter is, look,
Oh
there's
wait,
part of
dude, I'm out of
education
there. Never
policy that
mind.
also rests with
By the time
family.
he's in, I'm
I
out.
didn't grow up in money.
You know,
But
give
the word
3 more
privilege gets
tests,
used a
dude.
lot. Well,
Give
you know
him
what? I
more.
did have the ultimate privilege of 2 parents in the house with a focus on educational achievement. And I want every kid to enjoy that. So part of the problem is we also have a federal government that pays single women more not to have a man in the house than to have a man in the House contributing to an epidemic of fatherlessness.
Is that true?
And I think
I
that
don't think
goes
that's
hand in
true.
glove with the education crisis.
Fact check.
Because we have to remember, education
Dude,
starts with the
I don't
family,
think welfare
and
is
the
paying
nuclear
that
family
much.
is the greatest form of governance
Dude.
known to
I'm looking at the chat and they said nuke Taliban.
Dude, Trump 2024, America first, nuke Taliban.
Governor Haley has said that biological
Who is
boys
that fucking
playing in
woman
girls' sports
screaming?
is the women's issue.
Whoa!
Even though you signed a ban on this in North Dakota, that there hadn't been one instance where it was actually needed. Are you saying that you think that too much is made of this issue?
No, I'm saying in North Dakota, we made a priority of protecting women's sports, and we've done that.
This guy
in
looks
our state.
rough.
But I
No,
would
this guy's
absolutely
kinda
do that.
cool,
But I do think
but
when
he's
we start
autistic.
talking about education,
So he doesn't
I think
answer the
that we're gonna have a
questions.
federal government one size fits all.
He starts
We're just
rambling.
completely losing track of the fact that education differs by state. Some school districts are doing a fantastic job, some less so. But the idea that every school district, state, and every teacher is somehow indoctrinating people is just false. You know, when I was building a company from scratch, you know, with small town kids, and we went, you know, grew up in a town of 300, but we built a global company in 132 countries.
I looked in
with
chat
over
and someone said,
100,000
"Who is this
customers.
bozo?"
We listened to those customers. We spent time with them. We talked to
Nuke
them.
Taliban.
We did that. And as governor,
This guy.
We did that, guys. We did that.
budget. So as a governor, I shadow a student. I don't, the night before
I like
find
this
out
guy,
the student finds out, I'm going to go to every class.
He's never
with
gonna
him.
win, but I
He-
do like
yeah,
him.
he's gonna be the first guy like out of the
Yeah, I'm not
ballot.
voting
A lot of
for
things
him,
that have to
but I
change.
like him.
But what needs to
Well,
change
no,
in education is
the four
it's
guys
innovation.
who haven't
We're
made
doing
it
it the
yet
same
are the
way we
guys
did
who
it
can
50 years ago with
trot it out
innovation,
first.
not regulation. I would get rid of the Department of Education.
Trans
I
people
would give
malding
block
in the
grants to
chat.
Schools, but I'd give them on merit based on who's
His
doing the
eyebrows
most
are
innovative. I just got
caterpillar.
done holding the 7th annual Governor's Conference on Innovation Education. You should see what the people are doing when
God,
you
those
cut loose
Grinch
the red tape,
eyebrows,
get the
dude.
burden off their back.
Hurry up,
They
dude.
care. Teachers in
Hurry
this
up.
country,
They're gonna get
the
mad.
vast
Wrap it
majority of
up.
them care about
They're
those
gonna get
kids.
mad.
They're working in low-paying jobs.
There's
and they're
only 20
fighting-
minutes
fighting
left,
for those
dude.
kids and their families.
Wow, the viewers are dropping for this man. They don't care.
Oh my god, they
First,
lost
I'll tell
10,000.
you, as you know, as a parent, the one thing you want is for your
10,000
child to have a
people
better
left.
life than you did. And we
Oh,
can
this
talk
girl
about all of
sucks.
these things, and there's a lot of crazy woke things happening in schools, but we've
Nikki
got to get
Haley's
these
a
kids reading.
moron.
If
Ah,
a child can't read
they
by
finally
3rd grade,
said
they're
woke.
4 times less
Finally
likely to
happened.
graduate high school. So we need to make sure we bring in reading remediation all over this country. We need transparency in the
can't read
classroom
by
because
3rd
parents should
grade?
never have to
Is
wonder
that
what's
that
being
common?
said or taught to their children in the classroom.
Dyslexic people.
Parents need to be deciding which schools their kids
You know,
go
you're
to
right
because
there.
they
You
know
own
best.
there.
And let's put vocational classes back into the high school.
Wait, can I
Let's
just
teach
link
our kids
malware
to
in the
build
chat?
things again. When we do that and we allow that innovation, that's when it'll get back. And yes, I will always say
Brit
I'm
Bong
going to fight for
2024.
girls all day long because strong girls become strong women. Strong women become
Fuck,
strong
dude.
leaders. And biological boys don't belong in the locker rooms of any of our girls.
Shut up, dude.
Woo, trans!
And the first question is going to go to
They-
you, Vice President. So this is a lightning round of questions. 30-second answers, please. President Biden will be 82 years old on Inauguration Day.
I thought, hasn't
Nearly
that been the case the whole
70%
time?
of Americans say that he is too old to serve. Should presidents have to pass a mental and physical test in order to serve, Vice President?
Yes.
Well, it might be a good idea to have everybody
What
in
would that
Washington,
test
D.C.
be?
pass a mental and... But 30 seconds, no. The American people can make those judgments. But let me say, I'm running for president of the United States because we don't need a president who's too old. And we don't need a president who's too young. We
What
need
the
a
fuck does
president
that
who's
even
been
mean?
there. We
Dude,
need a
he's
president
just
who
saying
knows
nothing.
how Congress works.
Boo!
And on this education issue, Martha, I was when Republicans were doubling the Department of Education. I'll also shut down the federal
this
Department
stream
of
got
Education.
He's only
Joe
saying
Biden-
this because he looks like a grandpa, dude.
Dude, DJ, this stream got fucking Joe Biden's left testicle to
and
a
we'll
T
give
again,
school
dude.
choice to every
Wait, did
Really?
family in America.
Wait.
He's back. He's back in my
This
stream
is a
chat,
lightning
dude.
round.
Wait, he's
Mr.
in your
Ramaswamy,
chat?
I think you
Yeah.
are
Holy
there.
shit,
You're
he's
39,
back!
the youngest on the stage.
Oh my God!
You just said you want a civics test for public service for those.
JVLT, how have you been?
So the question is,
this is more important than 80-30 and shit, dude.
80-30.
Dude, it's been like 2 years.
Tell the difference between somebody who's an automaton and somebody who's actually a thinking agent in the White House, which we don't have in there today.
This is breaking
and
news.
I will tell you, I want to address Vice President Pence's comment. I think we do need somebody of a different generation to lead this nation forward.
True, but it shouldn't be you, Vivek Ramaswamy.
In the middle of Philadelphia, where traditional Republican candidates don't go, we have an opportunity to build a multi-ethnic working class.
This guy's the Obama for Indians.
Landslide, and I think I'm the only candidate in this race, young or old, black or white, to bring all of those voters along to deliver a Reagan 1980 revolution. We're going to do it in 2024.
Dude, this guy sucks. How do people like him?
A Reagan 1984 revolution. Yo, it's getting heated.
You should have seen it before.
Rolling Thunder. Governor Hutchinson, you have 30 seconds on the
Whoa.
On education.
Yo, I got that
We have
reference.
to compete with China. I built computer science education.
I hate this
We
guy.
led the nation in computer
That guy has a
education,
permanent smile.
going from
Like, look at
1,100
his.
students to 23,000.
He looks like
He
Anderson
got that
Cooper,
Joker
dude.
This is how you compete
Yeah.
with China. As
I
president
can't believe
of the United
JVLT's
States,
back
I will
there.
make sure
He
we
put a
have
knife in his
51%
mouth.
of our schools offering computer science to every school in rural areas and urban
Why
areas.
so
That white
serious?
Computer
White.
science
I
for the
agree,
benefit
dude.
of our kids, and we can compete with China in terms of technology.
Thank you, sir. This is going to go to this is coming to you. We're trying to do a quick round of different topics here. So, Senator Scott, faith is on decline in this
Dude,
country.
they're
You
so
talked about it
mad.
a little bit before tonight. So
I'm seeing El Israel in
Oh,
chat.
wait, dude, this guy hasn't talked for like 30 minutes.
What would you do to change that?
Well, our nation was founded upon the
Christie hasn't,
Judeo-Christian
talked
values
in
that has
30
made this the
minutes either,
greatest nation on God's green earth. I'm a big
It's 'cause
believer in
Dude,
Ephesians
Pence has
3:20 that
been
God is able to do
soaking up all the
exceedingly abundantly
attention.
above all that we ask or imagine. Our responsibility should be to model the behavior we want others to follow. On education, the only way we change education in this nation is to break the backs of the teachers' unions. They are standing in the doorhouse of our kids, locking them into failing schools.
What are you
and
fucking
locking them
talking
out.
about? The teachers
Wait, we need
need fucking
Yeah,
money to
fuck
survive,
the
dude.
teachers. Dude, get rid of the union.
Mandatory military service for
Yes.
all Americans.
I think it should be voluntary. I'm somebody that
Cut their
volunteered to
pay.
serve, inspired
Cut it
by
in
September
half.
11th, and I deployed to Iraq alongside U.S. Navy
9/11.
SEALs in places like Fallujah.
I didn't know he was a
Ramadi.
vet.
And it's something that I think has taught me, you know, when you go in that type of environment, anything you have, your personal agenda, you check it at the door. You go there, and it's about focusing on the mission above all else. And guys
Focusing
come
on
together
the mission of
Brownest
killing
Republican debate
Pakistani
ever.
children.
you being the president of the United
Abolish
States.
school.
It's not about me. It's not about all
Deport
these
the
other
teachers.
side issues. My sole focus
true,
will be on your future and reversing this country's decline.
He really said let's break the backs of the
Yeah.
teachers'
For
union.
you, Governor Christie, do you believe that the recent spike in UFO
Out of this world?
encounters-
I get the UFO
What?
question.
Yeah, you know,
They're not even called UFOs anymore.
Yeah.
okay, we've been hearing a lot of
Dude, well,
We're hearing a lot of
they just
testimony in
screwed this guy
Congress,
so
and people are
hard.
taking this a lot more seriously, and we're hearing that, you know, there are things going on that people aren't aware of. So, if you were president,
It's like, are you
Governor
joking?
Christie,
I waited
would you
30 minutes
level
to
with
get a
the American
UAP
people
question.
about
Wow.
what the government knows about these possible
Look, Martha,
encounters?
and especially coming from a
Can
woman
you just
from
start
New
talking about the
Jersey,
border?
I think it's horrible that just because I'm from New Jersey, you asked me about unidentified flying objects and Martians. We're different, but we're not that different. Look, of course, the job of the President of the United States
Talk about the border.
is to
Talk
level
about
with
the
the
border.
American people about everything. The job of the President of the United States is to stand for truth.
You should be an actor, dude.
Job of the President of the United States is to be a role model
Let's see how
for
he
our
Trans
children
rights.
to
and
Trump.
our grandchildren.
Someone's
And so
spamming
whether it was
trans rights.
UFOs or this problem of education,
That's an
it
op.
seems right, by the way. And I started this in 2010
Did it just
by going
freeze?
right after the teachers' unions in New Jersey and drove them down to an all-time low popularity rating because they were putting themselves before our kids. That is the biggest threat to our country,
Bro, it
not
froze for
UFOs.
me.
Okay.
No, it's still going.
Wait. Teachers unions are a bigger threat than UFOs.
They are.
They are.
What is this?
As soon as they step off.
It's a post game. It's a post game show.
Wait, is it over?
Do you trust
our government? We got one more.
Dude, how many ads is this guy need?
DC's
another
reckless
4
spending
ads.
scare the heck out of you?
By the way,
Well,
if you
you're not
guys
alone.
want to donate
Smart
to the
Americans are
fucking
taking action
No
while
one's
they still can.
donating to you.
By
Don't
reaching out
donate
to
to this
You
Birch
don't
guy.
have to if you don't want
For
to,
over
but it's
20
greatly
years,
appreciated.
Birch Gold has helped
Also,
Don't donate to him.
protect
follow
their
my
futures
Twitter
by
account
moving
at
part of an
BlueSquid
existing
Comms.
IRA
I am
or
9 followers
401k
away
into
from
a physical gold
3,000.
IRA. Because when
I
things
was
like
like,
to
didn't
hit
you
that
hit
tonight.
3,000
Americans
before?
turn to gold.
You fell
With an
off.
A+ rating, with a
You
Better
lost
Business Bureau,
followers.
and
Alex,
thousands of happy
you
customers,
fucking fell
Birch
off.
Gold is the trusted
No, I
leader in
didn't.
gold. They're
You
busier
haven't
than ever
even hit
because people are taking
1,000,
control of
dude.
their
You
savings
fucking
away
fell.
Oh,
Yeah, because there's been no
into their
big
own hands.
stories, dude.
Oh, bro, that's
Okay,
bullshit.
no, dude, I'm
You
literally
got
shadow banned. I'm
Nicholas
ultra
D'Oyo
shadow
and
banned.
Turkey
On
Tom
gold.
shouting
There's
you
no
out
pressure,
every
no
other day,
obligation.
and you still
Just
can't get to
information.
it.
You
Make
what?
a new
No,
Twitter,
you
Alex.
don't. You
New
don't.
Twitter.
Now.
For
Dude, I'm
X.
literally
Now,
shadow
to
banned.
98,
Well,
You know,
that's
after
such
Melina
cap.
DMCA'd me
That's such cap.
like 30 times, they just said, okay, let's just make this guy not show up on people's timeline. Or in the search bar. Or anything, dude. They shadow banned the fuck out of me. You wouldn't understand what that's like, Snarl. Trans people don't exist. Trans people.
No, everything's about trans people. In the chat.
Why haven't they asked, like, should trans people be legal?
Should trans people be legal? What is
Legal.
this?
Well, the woman
That's the
said.
answer. Until recently, Joe Biden has refused to admit how many grandchildren he really has. How many is it?
Yo, DJ Screwdriver, we should go to the upcoming GOP debate.
Yeah, let's go.
IRL stream it.
IRL stream me bomb rushing the
Rumble
stage.
has to be a place that welcomes everybody.
That's like a swatting threat waiting to happen.
Where you respect another person's freedom in exchange
Yeah.
for his
Do
own
that.
freedom for being
No.
respected. I believe that
DJ, do
ultimately
it.
and fundamentally, we can do this together without
Hey,
top-down
Chris the
authority,
Narc
that we
do it,
can
dude.
regulate democratically our own community.
If you all go to the
You can be
airport,
you, I
you
can
ask
be
to
me,
bomb the
without
fucking
judgment,
GOP
beyond
debate.
acceptance, love.
Wait,
and
so are these all the
enthusiasm for
candidates?
billions
Is that
of
it,
ways
dude?
that it's possible to be
No
a
one
human
else?
being.
I was hoping for someone better, dude. I don't like any of them.
When things go sideways, will you be prepared? Hey, it's Cade Courtley, former Navy SEAL platoon commander.
Awesome
I
guys,
want to
thanks.
introduce you to the Patriot
Thanks,
Power
Snaggle.
Generator 2000X.
Yeah, no
Use the
problem,
endless
dude.
free power of
Do you
the
like
sun's
Trump,
power
Alex?
lights,
Do you think
your
Trump's
TV,
gonna win?
medical equipment, even when you're free.
Yeah,
And that's
I
without
like
gas,
Trump.
Yeah, he's a
Although,
big
I mean,
Trump
he is,
Go to
dude.
4patriots.com. You'll get a solar
I do
panel
it mainly because
included
it's
free.
funny.
This is about peace
He
of
did shit I
mind.
don't like.
Get
But
your
like,
solar generator
who
and
else am I
free
gonna
panel
vote
at
for? Dude,
4patriots.com.
Meatball Ron? Is that really who? If Trump runs as an independent because he doesn't get the nomination, there's just the GOP is just gonna die. It's just not gonna work, dude. Fucking, it just won't work.
Yeah.
So you gotta vote for the big one, dude. You gotta vote for Trumpers, because you know Trump, he kept things in line. You know.
Hey, thanks, thanks
He's
Hagen,
best
for
friends
the
with
$3. I
fucking
appreciate
Kim
it.
Jong Un. Who gave you $3?
Get owned, dude. I got $3, dude. I've made $6 today.
W.
$6?
Did they have any message or like?
I'm not sure. I'm getting PayPal notifications.
Does the thought of
so.
losing your hard-earned retirement savings to DC
Wait,
spending scare the heck out of you?
Like, do you have like
Smart
set up on
Americans are
Streamlabs?
taking
Yeah, I
or-
have a
By texting
Streamlabs
the word
set up,
now
but
to
I don't
98,
have it set up
98
so it
for a free
displays
info
on
kit on
stream.
gold from
I
Birch
gotta
Gold
do
Group.
that soon.
For
though.
20
Wow,
years,
you're a
Birch
shitty
Gold has
streamer,
helped
dude.
concerned
I am.
Americans
But like, I
protect
think
their
you can
future
look at your like
moving part of an existing IRA
dashboard.
I can, but
into a
the
physical
screen
gold
goes
IRA.
black for
Text
people
now
on
to
stream,
98
so...
98 98
Smiggle,
now
can you
for a
show
free
this on
info kit.
stream? It relates to the GOP debate.
What am I... Hold on, I'm gonna fucking see it on my fucking thing first. What the fuck is this? Why did Domino post a picture of Tommy C?
Very important.
Well, it's Israel related.
As the sun sets
Shut
in
up.
Simi Valley, California, we'll see there
We're
next
back.
month when our colleagues at Fox Business host the next 2024 showdown.
This is the
Fox
second
Business is
Republican
partnering
debate.
with Univision, the Reagan Foundation, and Rumble to bring you the second Republican presidential debate on September 27th. It looks pretty nice there. 20 years ago, 70% of American adults said they were extremely proud to be an American.
It looks
That number has now
prettier.
plummeted to just
Nice
39%.
Prettier,
In his
nice.
pitch to get to the Oval
nice
Office,
one, Alex.
President Reagan called America the shining
That's what
city
he
on
said.
a hill, a beacon of hope and optimism.
So in your closing statement tonight, please tell American voters why you are
Closing
the person who can
statements. Get
inspire
hyped.
this nation to a better day. These are 45 seconds.
Secure the
and we
border.
begin with Governor Burgum.
I understand why America's hurting. Biden's
Why
inflation
not
is
just give
choking
him a
us.
minute?
I grew up in a small town. My dad died when I was freshman in high school. My mom, widow of 3, went back to work.
This
Every
is like
job
the
I had
American
growing up
Idol sympathy.
was one where I took a shower
I
at
like
the end of
this
the
guy.
day, not at the beginning of the day.
My dog died.
Our cities are less safe
Hey,
because
fed
of
him
fentanyl
dry-ass
pouring into this
kibble.
country.
You are going to Hollywood.
Being crushed
I
by
cheated
Biden's
in
energy
Minecraft
policies, which are
speedrun.
raising the cost of every product you buy, not just the gasoline at the pump. One thing that I'll do as president,
That's true.
I'll secure the border. I'll get this economy sprinting,
Dude,
not crawling like it is
$5
right
a
now.
gallon is
And I would say
insanity,
the other
dude.
thing is for sure, when I'm on a horseback in the Badlands of North Dakota, it looks like the horizon is just limitless. And you can almost see beyond that horizon. You can
What
see
is he
that this
talking
great
about?
country, our future.
When I'm on a horseback.
But we've got to focus on
When I'm
I
on a
have a horse
horseback.
there.
We've got to cut the red tape. We've got to drive ourselves forward. The way we win the Cold War with China is by growing our economy and through innovation. And
He's
as
already
president,
passed.
That was the
fucking
second
minute,
ding
dude.
ding.
bring out the best of America. I will improve every American life.
Dude.
You're back on your horse soon, Governor.
Ding ding.
Ding, ding.
They messed him up.
Our nation
That
is
was
in
so
trouble, and
cringe.
it's in trouble because of failed leadership. And the solution is not 4
failed
more years
Oh
of
my
Joseph
God,
Biden.
really?
I love
Dude,
how
we can
he's
just talk over this
unabashed.
guy.
4 more
Southern.
years of Donald
I
Trump.
like
Yeah, we
that
can just
about
talk
him.
over this
Solution
guy.
is
Is he
new
Asian?
leadership that
No,
can
he's
bring
Southern.
bold
Look at his eyes,
ideas
though.
to America and to bring
What
out
do you
the
What do
best
you
of
mean by that,
America.
Alex?
A president's
Look at
number
him.
one responsibility is to
Alex.
bring
He's
Nah.
got some.
You gotta stop. You gotta stop being racist on my
Ronald
stream.
Reagan
He's
did.
got some
And he did it with
Vietnamese in him.
optimism and
You're
hope
calling
for our
the
country
black
with
man
a
Obama.
consistent
You're calling this
conservative
Wait,
guy
what?
squinty eyes.
I just
dude.
realized his pen. Look at his pen.
President, I'll
Yeah,
bring out
his
the
Yeah,
pen
best
we
is
already
of
talked. Dude,
Israeli
he's an
and
Israeli
American.
sim.
individual responsibility, building our economy in terms of securing our borders.
Chat, are you voting for this guy or no?
I'll bring out the
curious.
best
No
of
one's voting
America
for
in
this
terms
guy.
of our national character,
Bro is
our
just
faith,
babbling.
and our hope for the future. Join in
JBLT,
this fight.
make a Twitter, dude.
ACE2024.com.
Get
Thank
back
you,
on. You
Senator
got to get
Scott.
back in the community.
Yeah, get back on your horse.
Thank you.
Get
I
on
was
the
a
horse.
disillusioned young man growing up in a single-parent household, mired in poverty. I wonder
Obama's
if
about
the
to
American
speak.
dream was real for a kid like me. I can stand before you today and say
You already
the
talked about
dream
this.
is alive, it is well,
He
and
already
it is
said
healthy.
this.
I have the good fortune of a
Wait,
mom
wait,
who works
if the
16-hour
dream is
days, making sure we
alive
have
and
food on our
healthy-
He has a
table.
dream.
She taught me
No,
that
no, no. If the dream is alive and healthy, then what the fuck is he doing here?
You commit a
If
violent
it's
crime,
alive and healthy,
you
why
go
is he
to
running
jail.
for president?
And if God made you a man,
That would mean,
you play
if the
sports
dream is alive and
against
healthy,
men.
that would mean that there's
His
nothing
dream
wrong
is not
here.
live. Dream isn't.
Tim
Wait,
Scott,
why are they laughing? I
I'm
missed
asking
it.
you for your vote, and if you're in Iowa, I'm
I don't
asking
know.
you to caucus for me. You can go to votetimscott.com for more information or to make a contribution.
Vote Tim Scott. for
Nice
what?
ad read.
He wants the cow.
Thank you, Brett. Thank you, Martha. Look, everybody on this stage wants to be the next president.
Oh,
of the
here we
United
go.
States.
I feel
And the
bad
only
for
way
this
that's gonna
guy.
happen is if we beat Joe Biden. I'm the only one on this stage who's ever beaten a Democratic incumbent in an election. I did it in a deep blue state, being outspent 3-1. Beating a Democratic incumbent is not easy. The last Democratic incumbent president who was defeated was Jimmy
Wow.
Carter. And he was defeated by a conservative governor from a blue state who knew how to get results,
Wow.
who stood for the truth, who cared about accountability, and stood strong
and
hard
also
against
fucked
waste.
over black people.
Those are the very things
which
that
I'm
did
going
in
to
my 8
do.
years as governor of New Jersey. And it's exactly
Wait, we
what
got
I'll
breaking
do
news
as
from
president
Adrian
of the United
Gale.
States.
Keemstar said
Believe me,
Vivek won.
The Democrats
Oh
won.
Oh my god, dude! Of
Someone
course he likes
nominee who's never beaten the
Vivek,
Democratic
dude.
Of
incumbent.
course he thinks
I'm the one who
global
can win this
warming
race,
isn't
and
real.
if you give me the chance, I will restore our country by winning.
I think Keemstar has the best political takes. He voted for Obama and he voted for Trump.
Dude,
Several
Vivek
weeks
is
ago,
literally
I dropped my
just saying
husband,
Joe
Michael,
Rogan
a
talking
combat veteron
points.
from
That's
Afghanistan,
all he did the
off
entire.
at 4 a.m. for
He
another
has no
year-long
idea
deployment.
like about anything about foreign
I watched
policy.
him and 230 soldiers
He's just like,
pick up their 2 duffel
we need to
bags
take
of
care of our.
belongings to go to a country they had never been, all in the name of protecting America. If they are willing to protect us from there, we should be willing to fight for America here. I will beat Joe Biden, and he knows
No,
that.
you won't.
What are they
I will
willing to
strengthen
do
our
here?
economy, and we'll bring this
You
inflation.
know, maybe
down. We
you'll
will
maybe
put
you'll beat
transparency in the classroom.
Joe Biden
We will
in the
secure
bed,
our
but
borders.
probably
We will
not
have
in
the
the
backs
election.
of our
Okay,
law
dude.
enforcement, and we will make
I
sure
don't
we
think
have
Joe,
a
but you
strong
know what? No,
national
Joe Biden's
security.
a stud,
And once
dude.
again, we
Dude,
will make
he's
sure
a
we have an
stud?
America that is strong and proud. We have a country to save. Join us. Go to NikkiHaley.com.
She got 2 rings on her finger on her hand.
Wait, what is the pinky? What is a pinky ring, dude?
She a pimp.
Thank you, Brad and Martha.
Big bro. Oh, dude. Here we go. Finally getting to the people who
Joe
matter.
Biden has weakened America at home and abroad.
Besides Chris Christie, who won the
The
debate.
disastrous withdrawal from Afghanistan,
Vivek
the
won.
war on energy, runaway spending
Yeah,
that launched the worst
Vivek
inflation in
asked,
40
yes, it
years,
did.
a crisis at our southern border, an assault on our values and liberties.
Does he realize he
And the
has
American people
45
have had
seconds?
enough. But I know we can bring it back. But different times call for different leadership. The Republican Party owes the American people a choice. Proven leadership. At the national level,
He was literally
let's
in
not move a
office
conservative
when
agenda
Trump
forward.
passed
We
the
proved in the
bump
Trump
stock
Pence years
ban.
you can turn this country around faster than you can imagine.
Cocksucker.
And I have faith we will again. Because I have faith in the American people. The good, decent, hardworking, faith-filled, idealistic people of this country. And I have faith that God is not done with America yet. And if we will renew our faith in one another and renew our faith in Him who has ever guided this nation since we arrived on these wilderness shores.
Okay,
I know the best days for the greatest
evangelical
nation on
God,
earth
Jesus
are yet
Christ.
Evangelion.
I was born in
Yeah.
1985, and
They
I
should
grew
just
up
start
into a
spamming it like,
generation where we
bring,
were
bring, bring.
to celebrate our diversity and our differences so much that we forgot all of the ways we are really just the same as Americans,
this
bound
guy.
by a common set of ideals that set this nation into motion in 1776. And this is our moment to revive those common ideals. God is real. There are 2 genders. Fossil fuels are a requirement for human prosperity. Reverse racism is racism. An open border is not a border.
Oh, yeah,
Parents
man.
determine the education of their children.
Yeah.
The nuclear family is the greatest form of
Yeah.
governance known to man.
I bet this is gonna be on a TikTok.
From poverty.
He's literally just Joe Rogan talking.
branches of
He
government.
just watches Joe Rogan
I wonder if he
podcast.
supports
And the US
segregation, and
Constitution,
also
it is
I
the
wonder if he
strongest
does not
guarantor
support
of
race
freedom in
mixing.
human history. That is what won us the American Revolution.
They're gonna have Andrew
That is
Tate
what
music
will win us
with
the
with him
revolution
talking.
of
Dude,
2024.
all this guy
Thanks
talked
for letting me
about
introduce myself,
was
John.
culture worship the entire time. When he actually got challenged on foreign policy.
Wow,
he
that
got
was a big pop. Big
battered.
applause.
This
We
will send
Let's
Joe
go,
Biden
Meatball
back
Ron.
to his basement,
Guys,
and we will
some
reverse
person's
the
getting
decline
stabbed,
of
dude.
this country. I'm a blue-collar kid. I work minimum wage jobs to be able to make ends meet. I understand the importance of the American dream, and I know how that's slipped away from so many millions of Americans. We'll restore it. I'm a veteran who served in Iraq. I know what it means to put service above self. I'm also a dad and a husband to 6'5" and 3-year-old. I understand the importance of protecting parents' rights and the well-being of our children. In Florida, we showed it could be done.
Yeah.
I made promises, and I delivered on all of those promises. 2024 is make or break. We're not getting a mulligan. No excuses. I will get the job done, and as your president, I will not let you down. God bless you all.
Well, we want to say thank you. Thank you to all the candidates on the stage tonight, and thank you to Milwaukee.
Thank you, everybody. We will see you on the campaign Republican trail from debates to primaries to the general election and the conventions before that. Thanks for joining us. Sean Hannity from the Spin Room starts right now.
Take it away, Sean.
It's over.
Vivek is awful.
Alright, everyone. That was the end of the fucking 2024 first
This is music.
Republican primary. Alright, you can pause the stream. So what did you guys think? Was it good? Was it bad? It was shit.
Vivek is awful.
It was boring.
Vivek is just terrible.
I mean, I joined the tail end of it. I thought it was funny, but like
the only one I liked was, bro. They all kind of suck. The Chris Christie guy, he's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got sandbagged so hard, like on that question, because like they were all answering that one question, and then the woman was like,
they screwed.
What do you think about UFOs? Like what?
Dude, I don't. They screwed him the whole debate.
Alright, everyone. Go to this link. We're watching the Trump
It's debate night.
Tucker Carlson interview.
Why?
Oh,
You're
round
like a copyright struck.
Alright.
Alright, wait. When are you starting?
Yeah. Go to the beginning. Go to 000. We'll
Okay.
start in a countdown. Are you two ready?
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, 3, 2, 1. Let's do it.
It's debate night, but we're not in Milwaukee.
Debate night.
What the? What was
Mr.
that?
President, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Why aren't you at the Fox News debate tonight in Milwaukee?
Well, you know, a lot of people have been asking me that, and many people said you shouldn't do them, but you see the polls have come out, and I'm leading by 50 and 60 points. And, you know, some of them are 1 and 0 and 2. And I'm saying, do I sit there for an hour or 2 hours, whatever it's going to be, and get harassed by people that shouldn't even be running for president? Should I be doing that? And a network that isn't particularly friendly to me, frankly. You know, they were backing Ron DeSanctimonious like crazy, and now they've given up on him, and it's a lost cause. It reminded me very much of 2016.
Trump is hilarious,
2016
Ron
went through the same
That's why I'm
stuff,
voting for him, dude.
and had to fight them all the way, and then they became very friendly after I won, just about when I was winning. But I just felt it would be more appropriate not to do the debate. I don't think it's right to do it. If you're leading by 50, 60, I have one poll, I'm leading by 70 points, and I'm saying, why am I doing it?
I don't think
when
you're
I'm going to
leading by
have
70 points,
8 people, 10 people, whoever made the debate, I don't know how many it is, but I'm going to have all these people screaming at me, shouting questions at me, all of which I love answering, I love doing, but it doesn't make sense to do them. So I
Did they talk a lot about Trump on the
I did
debate?
that. I'm grateful that you did. It's interesting, though, because you spent a lot of your career in television.
Yeah.
You had a top show in television on NBC. But you don't feel the need now running for president to do television, obviously. Do you think television is declining?
Well, according to a poll that I guess we just saw, it just came out where
He's
it's down like 30, 35%, but I think they were referring to cable. I think cable's down because it's lost credibility. MSNBC, or as they say, MSDNC, is
We're talking about
so wrong.
We're talking about
and
cable?
what they do and what they say. It's fake
he
news,
looks
as
like
I said. I
fucking
think I came up with that term. I hope I did because it's a good one. It's not tough enough anymore. It's corrupt news. You know, really what you do is call it corrupt news, but somehow that doesn't play as nicely.
Corrupt news.
It is corrupt.
This guy's
news.
awesome.
So you have MSNBC.
They had to
and you
change
have
Tucker on
CNN,
Twitter.
This
who's
looks
actually
like a porn
doing
intro.
no ratings at all. I mean, they're dead. But they're doing none because they don't have
When's he gonna hold a
credibility. They really
rally?
don't have credibility.
Need a
Fox
fucking
is way
rally,
down,
dude.
as you know. And
There's been
the good old
multiple
days
Trump
are
rallies. What are you talking about, dude?
He needs to do
ago.
another
I will
one.
say this: it could come back, but
Was
they
this
have-
live
they just
streamed, or
don't have a lot of
did they just drop
credibility.
This
it?
was pre-recorded, and
That's
then
better than
they
it
dropped
was.
it
I think it
5
was a
minutes
terrible
before
move
the
getting
debate.
rid of you. You were number one on television, and all of a sudden we're doing this interview, but we'll get bigger ratings using this crazy forum that you're using than probably the
saying?
debate or competition.
When you say there are people on stage who shouldn't be running for president, who do you mean?
Well, I don't want to really use names, but it wouldn't matter too much. A guy like, I call him Ada Hutchinson. It's Asa, but I call him Ada.
Why do you call him Ada?
I could tell you, but I don't want to get myself in a little trouble. But he's weak and pathetic, and he was, I never understood the guy, never knew him. He was the governor of Arkansas. Not a very popular
Asian
guy. I don't know how but that state is such a great state. The people are so incredible in that state, and they love me and I love them. How does this guy get elected governor of Arkansas? But he's nasty always and has been. A guy like Chris Christie, the guy left with a 8%, think of it, 8% approval rating in New Jersey. Now he's running for president. And he runs solely on the basis, oh, let's get Trump. He's like a savage maniac. He's like a lunatic. And that's all he talks about. His poll numbers are very, very low. He's about 2%.
What's he like? You know him well.
No, I've been friendly with him over the years, but I couldn't give him a job because I just never trusted him very much. I was just never one of his people that really trusted him. I never gave him the job. And that's one of the reasons he feels so hurt and so betrayed. And I understand that. I really do. I understand it. But I never gave him. He wanted to be different things. He was looking at different elements of the administration. And I decided I didn't want to do it. And now I'm glad I did because you see. But, we had some great people. I had great people. We'll have even better people if we do this because now I know Washington before I didn't know Washington. But guys like Bill Barr were terrible. They were, I would say, Bushies. I say that with respect to the Bush family, but they were Bushies and just doesn't work out for us.
It was clear, this is kind of far afield, but it was just interesting. I read Barr's account of his time. He wrote a book about it.
Right.
His autobiography. And in it, he lies about Jeffrey Epstein's death. Clearly lies.
Yes.
Do you think Epstein killed himself sincerely?
Whoa! I don't know. I will say that, he was a fixture in Palm Beach.
Yeah.
I don't know what Barr said about it either. I have no idea what he said. What did he say? He killed himself?
Trump in office?
He said he killed himself and that they were going to do this investigation. They never did the investigation. It's never been public. And they hid it. And why are they doing that? And clearly Barr knew. But why would Bill Barr be covering up the death of Jeffrey Epstein?
Bill Barr didn't do an investigation on the election fraud either.
He also said he wished Ghislaine Maxwell well.
McSwain, the U.S. attorney
Wait, is Trump still on the
Pennsylvania,
election
Philadelphia.
fraud? Dude, he needs to drop that.
Barr just wouldn't let him do it. It was crazy.
He can't
Barr
drop that. He's got
became so petrified, so frightened of being impeached. We're going to impeach him. I don't know if you remember. It's not a big moment in history.
He needs to drop it.
But they said, we're going to impeach. They play a much rougher game to the left. The
Makes
lunatics.
him look loser, dude.
And they were going to impeach Bill Barr, and he was
sore loser.
Petrified. Now, how do you not get impeached? Don't do any of this stuff. But he didn't do the job there. I don't know what he did with Epstein, but possibly he didn't.
Do you think it's possible that Epstein was killed?
Oh, sure, possible. I don't really believe. I think he probably committed suicide. He had life, beautiful homes,
Trump's losing it.
Beautiful everything, and he all of a sudden he's incarcerated and not doing very well. I would say that he did, but there are those people. There are many people. I think you're one of them, right? But a lot of people think that he was killed. He knew a lot on a lot of people.
He was killed.
He was
killed.
I think the closer you look, I'm not a conspiracy person at all. I believe everything I hear. But yeah, the closer you look into it, I mean, the Attorney General of the United States, your Attorney General, clearly lied about the Epstein death.
Yeah,
and
he was.
Why?
He was certainly. It wasn't well done. They had no cameras. They had no anything. Everybody was sleeping, and the case could be made. Look, I'm not going to get involved in it, but I can tell you a case could be made either way. But it certainly wasn't the most well-run place.
So the reason I'm asking you is I'm looking at the trajectory since 2015 when you got into politics, for real, and then won. It started with protests against you, massive protests, organized protests by the left, and then it moved to impeachment twice, and now indictment. I mean, the next stage is violence. Are you worried that they're going to try and kill you? Why wouldn't they try and kill you, honestly?
The CIA is going to
savage animals. They are
Trump
people that are sick, really sick.
Totally
you have great people in the Democrat Party. You have great people that are Democrats. Most of the people in our country are fantastic, and I'm representing everybody. I'm not just Republicans or conservatives. I represent everybody. I'm the president of everybody. But I've seen what they do. I've seen the lengths that they go to when they make up the Russia.
That's a great Twitter account.
And they go down, and Barr should have gone after them, and other people should have gone after. And they did very late, because the Durham report came out. It was fairly good. It could have been a lot tougher, I guess, but it was fairly good. But it explained how corrupt it was. I'll tell you who did a great job was the Inspector General Horowitz. He did a phenomenal report. You didn't have to go to do it. He did it on Comey and on, I guess, McCabe and some others, and it was a vicious, it was basically a true report, how bad they are.
I don't think you're meeting
But these people are sick people. These are people that
stealing the content.
I think they hate our country.
Yeah, dude, I'm stealing.
When you see open borders, when you see these policies that they have,
how can he ever
so
recover,
sad to see.
You need to
country
cough
that's
up those
very
sick
fragile
bucks.
right now. I've never seen. I will say, look, I ran in 16, which was 15, but I ran in 16, election in 16, and there was tremendous spirit.
Wait, what happened?
In 20, there was even more spirit. We got millions and millions more votes. You know, it wasn't even a contest. People
Millions
said, well, what'd you
and
think?
millions.
20, I said,
Millions
we
more
did much
votes,
better.
and you
We
still
did.
lost to
You
a
got to base it on the
senile
number of
old
votes. We
man.
got
How does
many
that make you
more
feel?
votes in 20
It was
than we did in
millions.
16.
Bitch boy.
But the election was rigged. It was a rigged election.
No, it wasn't. You just
And
lost.
with COVID, they used COVID to cheat in a lot of different things. And we have so much on it. It's like so easy. But we had judges that didn't want to look. We had people didn't want to get involved. They called you. He's a conspiracy theorist if you say anything about the election. But I have never seen spirit like there is right now. Even coming down here, just the people on the road that are just absolutely going crazy. And the reason is, I think they like me, and I know they love my policies. I hope they like me too. You know, a lot of people say they don't like me, but they like my policies. I think they like me. But I have never seen spirit like it is right now. And the reason is because crooked Joe Biden is so bad. He's the worst president in the history of our country.
No, that's
I don't think he's going to make it to the gate, but you never know.
I saw the green text.
But he's a corrupt person, so
ring.
corrupt that I took the name off Hillary. You know, I don't do
Stop
two
trying to
people
cover
at one
up for
time. I took the
Smigel.
crooked Hillary,
I saw the
and I
ring.
made it. I retired the name. It was a good day
Smigel
for
just
her.
farted.
I bet she was very happy. And I used it for Joe because it's crooked Joe. But Joe is really.
But you don't think he's going to make it?
You got caught,
November
dude.
of
Well, I think he's worse mentally than he is physically, and physically he's not exactly
Why are you pretending you don't know?
a triathlete or any kind of an athlete. You look at him; he can't walk to the helicopter. He walks.
You're such a liar.
He can't lift his feet out of the grass. You know, it's
You're
only
just
2 inches at the
gay.
White House, right? That's not a lot. But you watch him, and it looks like he's walking on toothpicks. So, and then you see him on the beach where he can't lift a chair. You know, those chairs are meant to be light, right? They're like 2 ounces. You lift him up. He can't lift the chair. He can't walk to the chair. And I don't know what
Sleepy
they're doing
Joe
at the beach.
can't pick up a
this
chair.
Beach is seeming to play a big role, but they love pictures of him on the beach. I think he looks terrible on the beach.
He looks terrible on the beach.
Terrible on the beach.
Skinny legs.
Well, he can't walk through the sand. You know, sand is not that easy to walk through, but when he walks through it, he can't walk through the sand. And there's somebody in there that thinks he looks fabulous at the beach. I think he looks horrible at the beach. Plus, the beach doesn't represent what a president's supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be working.
Yes, a golf course.
You're supposed to be getting horrible war that we're very much involved in with Russia and Ukraine. You could do that. You could do that very easily. I believe you could do that very. I don't believe he could do it because he's just incompetent. But that's a war that should end immediately, not because of one side or the other, because hundreds of thousands of people are being killed. Can you imagine you're in an apartment house and rockets are going into that building and blowing it up and knocking it down? And who can?
Dude, guess what?
Why should anybody,
I
human beings, whether they're Russian or Ukrainian or whatever they are,
the GOP debate.
it's got to be stopped, and it can be stopped very easily. It would have never started. If I were president, it would have never started.
So back to Biden, I'm interested. So you think he's failing? He obviously is failing. I think it's clear to everybody. But
Poison
that
the
would
well a
make
bit.
Kamala Harris the candidate?
Well, not really. I mean, I guess they'd have maybe a free-for-all. A lot of people say she has to remain for certain reasons the candidate. She has to. I don't think that's true, actually. I don't think that other people would stand for it. She has some bad moments. Her moments are almost as bad as his. I think his are worse, actually.
Yeah. She seems pretty senile, too.
So
she speaks
conflicted.
in rhyme. You know, it's weird. It's weird. But she has bad moments. And
in rhyme? What do you?
Well, the way she talks, the bus will go here and then the bus will go there because that's what buses do. And it's weird. The whole thing is weird. This is not a president of the United States future. And I think they probably have some kind of a primary. And other people will get involved.
That's just Trump,
Newsom,
man.
right? I mean,
Could be. I mean,
that's the king right
he's
there.
got along well with him, believe it or not. But Could be him, could be somebody else.
Just make him king of the
He's
world.
got a big,
Make him
a
lead.
big weight
Crowd
on
him.
his shoulders because you look at
World, dude.
California, what's happened. But I don't know if the American people really, the people that vote for him, I don't even know if they care. You know, you look at so many of the things that are going on, and people don't seem to be. In the old days, if you had a bad record, it meant a lot. Today, if you have a bad record, it doesn't really mean anything. You know, he looks good. He's a nice-looking guy, speaks well. But Biden, every time you watch him talking, it's like he's walking on eggs. You're waiting for him to collapse. And he almost always does.
Oh, yeah.
And I got to know the
That's your
leaders
president,
of
Nigel.
all of the countries, essentially.
That's
but
your
the big
president
ones.
too, Alex.
And
No,
the
you
bigger, the
voted
tougher
for
the
him.
leader. You know, it's
You
like,
did
I
too.
guess maybe that's
No,
what it's
I didn't.
supposed to be. But I got
Yes,
to
you
know
did.
President Xi of China and Putin and Kim Jong-un,
you can
North
say
Korea.
you
Did a great
didn't
job
all
with
you
North
want,
Korea.
but
Kept
you
us
did.
out of a nuclear war. We would have 40,000 dead soldiers right now. They'd drop a nuke right on top of the military base. But we have 40,000
What is he
soldiers
talking
over there.
about?
And I did
Well, how are
get
you
along
gonna
with
talk
him
about
great.
Ukraine?
It's a good, that's a positive. You know, the press said, he said nice things about Kim Jong-un. I also said horrible things at the beginning. Horrible enough that he wanted to talk. And we talked and we met in Singapore. We met actually twice. And we had unbelievable meetings. I know him very well.
Ever
We're in
see the
great
clip
shape
with him and Kim Jong-un? He's like, all
What do you
right, let's
think
get a
he
photo. Let's
and
make
Xi
ourselves
and
look
Putin think
skinny.
of Biden?
I think they can't believe it. I think they probably say this is some kind of a system. You know, they had great respect for our country. They respected me. They had great respect for our country when I was there. Every one of them. Look, if you go to North Korea, you take a look at what happened. You know, the Olympics was dead. South Korea spent billions on the Olympics. Nobody was going to go. They didn't want to get blown up. They called me and they said, we are going to let the Olympics proceed. This is North Korea. I said, you should go into the Olympics. Put your athletes in. It wasn't like, you know, they were big on athletes because, you know.
Famine.
But they went in and they actually participated.
Dude.
Within about 2 days, the entire thing was
Hagen,
sold
for
out.
another $3.
And if it wasn't me, that would have
giving this
never
guy
happened.
money.
But I got along
Do
very
you
well with
realize
him,
what
and
this
that's a
guy's gonna
positive
do with
thing.
the money?
He does have
He's
massive
gonna buy
nuclear
horrible,
power, by the way.
disgusting illegal
And
things.
if Hillary would have
I
gotten
mean,
in, or if
No, it's
the
going
Obama
to straight
thought
to
process
RFK's
continued,
wallet.
it would
Yeah.
have
He's
been a
gonna fund
nuclear
him.
war, absolutely.
Dude, Joe
with North
Biden's
Korea.
left
He was expecting
Tesco
to
is
go into
coping right
a
now.
war,
He
and
doesn't know
it
what
would have been a
Trump is
nuclear
talking
war.
about.
So do you think the rest of the
brain
world looks on
can't
at Biden and
comprehend
thinks
it, dude.
someone else has got to be running the government?
I mean,
Well,
he is a
somebody
part
else
of
has to be.
Biden, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't think he's capable of doing
No.
anything. Look, when I debated him,
JBLT.
I said, how come, and this was in front of probably not a friend of yours, Chris Wallace, he was the moderator.
Not a friend.
I said, why is it he wants to be Mike, but he doesn't have the talent? It's one of those
Bitchy little man.
He wanted to be his father, but he didn't have the talent of his father was great. His
He's a
father,
little fussy man.
his father interviewed
What is
him in
going
60
on?
Minutes. It was actually a 10. Can you believe
I
it?
totally.
I may
His
have got-
father had talent, at
No,
least.
I may have been the only guy that he gave a good
Tucker's
60 minutes. So
meeting
he
his
was rough.
idol.
Really?
His father was
Can't
tough. He was
contain
great, though.
himself.
He was great at what he did. But Chris Wallace was so upset.
I thought
He
Tucker
was
was like
guarding
more
this guy who wouldn't do a show, by the way. You know, he wouldn't do. I figured I didn't mind Chris Wallace because
I don't know.
he
What
wouldn't
is
do.
Donald Trump
Biden
doing
wouldn't do
on
a
Joe
show,
Rogan?
and it was very
Why is
obvious.
that
You know, he
happening?
kept asking.
Yeah,
and
it should
asking, but he
happen.
wouldn't do the show. So I figured he's got to like
With
me.
Alex
But
Jones there.
he came from a different planet.
Joe Rogan
But
offered
remember when I
to
asked the question, why
host a
is it
debate
that
between Biden
the
and
mayor
Trump.
of Moscow's wife is
God,
allowed to give
why-
you
dude, why are
$3.5
they taking
million
it up on it, dude?
Don't
Why-
forget
why
that
is
was
Biden
brought up.
hiding
Now
it?
it's brought
No-
up all
no
the time,
clue.
but that was brought up by me long before anyone ever heard of it. I said, the mayor of Moscow's wife giving you $3.5 million. What did you do to deserve $3.5 million? To Biden. And Chris Wallace said, this has nothing to do with the debate. I mean, he fought.
He got in the way of the question.
No, it was crazy.
Tucker is
He got
geeking.
$3.5 million from the mayor of Moscow's wife. Now people forget that, but if you go back and
He
take
did a
look,
double knee
you will see.
slap.
And
Well,
Chris
I
Wallace
kinda
didn't
just
want
wanna
me
turn this
to
off
ask that
already.
question. I said,
Yeah,
"That's
dude,
a
I'm kinda
very
bored."
appropriate question. It turned out to be much more appropriate
I'm sure
than
I'll see the
people
good clips,
thought.
dude.
Amazing.
And
So
I've
do-
been
do
halfway
you
done.
have a
No.
preference in, assuming
is
you're
so
the Republican
boring.
nominee and all goes as you plan it to go, do you have a preference in who you run against?
In many ways, I'd love to run against him because his record's so bad. You know, it's still horrible when you look at inflation and everything else, but others also have very bad records. I mean, California's a bad record, so, you know, should it be Gavin or should it be somebody else? When I look at San Francisco, what's happened to that incredible city. That was one of the greatest cities in the world just a short while ago, and now it's very sad when you look at it. Los Angeles. Every city, practically, all the Democrat-run cities. You know, Republican-run cities are doing very nicely because they arrest people
like
when
Miami,
you have crimes.
Who still has a high
And they don't go after political candidates.
Why are you so focused on Miami?
Because they think it's good. You know, I mean, it's like been amazing.
He
The poll
hates
numbers are
Florida,
the
dude.
highest they've ever
I'm
had.
meat riding, dude.
But because people understand it. You
Well,
know,
so,
I-
wait, so
you
that,
know-
can I just ask you, that
Yes.
gets back to my original question. So if the protest didn't work, you got elected anyway.
Yeah.
Impeachment didn't work twice, obviously. Indictment is not working. Your poll numbers go up. When they raided Mar-a-Lago in August of
Yeah.
last year, your numbers went up. They can indict you 20 times, and you're not gonna lose the Republican primary because of that.
But if you get a
Well,
So,
it makes
there-
it look even more ridiculous. I mean, the 4 indictments, and maybe
someone
there'll
in
be
prison
more. I don't know. These people
run
are
for
crazy.
president?
But they're counterproductive. So if you chart it out, it's an
I think so.
escalation.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying.
Could he-
So what's
could he just
next
pardon
after
himself?
try to put you in prison for the rest of your life? That's not working. so
Tucker
like,
is good
don't they have to
right
kill you now?
So
Yeah,
true.
dude. This is
I
kind
think
of
the people of our country
Bro,
don't get enough credit for how
even
smart
trying
they
to
are. And I'm not sure I would have said this 10 years ago, but they get it. You
Hey,
know?
guys,
They really get it. When somebody gets
you know what,
indicted, your
honestly,
poll numbers go
I'm not
down. When
really
somebody
feeling
gets
this
indicted, you
anymore.
announce,
You're calling
ladies
it?
and gentlemen, I'll
I'm
be leaving
calling.
to spend
I'm
time
throwing
with
in
my...
the towel.
Okay.
You're running?
I'm not running it. I'm done. I'm done with this shit. I can't deal with.
Smaggle, you have to poll the chat. Who are they voting for?
I'll fucking start a small poll.
Biden, Trump, or other.
Biden,
voting
Trump, 80-30, other. Dude, there's so many people riding for 80-30. Dude, he's such a moron. Oh, Hannity is like interviewing people.
I told you it's the post game show.
Man, I don't care.
Okay. There we go.
Alright.
So who are you
80-30
voting
meatball
for?
Ron. Obama.
Obama.
Why they're voting 80-30?
Wow.
Bro, even the chat agrees that 80-30 was the best.
I voted Trump.
Biden's not even on the poll.
Wow, because it's almost like it's a fucking Republican fucking debate primary. What are you talking about? Joe Biden's not on the poll.
Yeah,
Come on
DJ
now.
Screwdriver.
My bad.
It's
I
a
thought we're-
Republican primary.
Shout out to what's his name? The
Obama?
fucking the politician that fought Smaggle a year ago.
Oh, the gay one.
Yeah, Michael
the Republican who just
Michael
changed to
Soitart.
Democrat.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Thank you for the donations, Tanner. And there was
Bye,
one other
boy,
guy
guys.
who
No,
I
Vivek did
forget.
not win.
But thank you for the donation. You made me $9 richer than before, so I appreciate it.
You're gonna get like half of that.
Yeah, but
No, they get good cuts with Streamlabs. It's like
Oh, is that through Streamlabs?
yeah, it's like I think a 5% cut. Or something
Smaggle,
like
what's
that.
my cut?
I had
For
a,
co-hosting
I
this.
had a peak of 38, and you're not getting a
W.
cut. Fuck you.
I think I deserve
Bye,
half.
everyone.
I deserve half.